All right, all right, all right. I think I am live. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you guys are doing well. And just jumping in here, my little other screen didn't start working here. So let me try this again and we will get into the get started here as soon as I can make sure. All right, it's going to just have me start over it. So, bear with me just a moment. Technical difficulties, but I hope you're doing well, enjoying this beautiful, wonderful moon in Cancer that we have going on. It actually started yesterday, so we're in that beautiful Cancer moon energy, feeling all that lovely mother moon. And Jupiter is also in Cancer. It is joined together with that today. So if you've been feeling extra emotional, that that could be one of the reasons. All right. So I think here I should be able to get let's get this added with this. I think. All right. I think it's going to start up now. All right. So as soon as it finishes its little intro here, we'll be able to make sure I really am live. I think I am live. But sometimes it's hard to tell. But, thank you guys for being here, and I'm excited to see what, messages come in this evening, and of course, before we get into everything, we do like to, um, start off by taking a big deep breath in, holding it for as long as you feel comfortable, and a slow exhale out, to come back to this moment, out of the future, out of the past, out of the chaos of the outside world, we can come into this beautiful place. And then we'll bring in the singing bowl for more energy, and then we'll get into reading. So if you want to join me, let's begin by taking a big deep breath in and remember, slow exhale out. Here we go. Beautiful. I will hit the singing bowl 3 times. And as we're doing that, just imagine that beautiful love flowing down and filling us up like a giant singing bowl, filling up in all of our minds and our emotions and all of our physical body and our energetic body, filling us up and flowing out to the outside world and let it do what it wants to do out there to help raise the vibration of the planet. Of course, anytime we want to raise our own vibration quickly, we could just think of something that we're grateful for in the moment, and that immediately raises our vibration. Um, and it also puts us in that receiving energy of receiving messages from spirit and magnetizes us to receive and draw more of what we're grateful for to us. So that's always a win-win all the way around, right? All right. So I'll do it. I'll hit it 3 times. Remember gratitude. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Such beautiful energy, calming energy tonight. Flow. All right. Well, hello, everyone. Happy to have you guys with me tonight on our adventure to see what comes through from Spirit. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. I'm your brother Z. We are here to spill the tea. We've got a great group of Zen friends with huge hearts and thankfully great senses of humor because I love to laugh. We like to try to keep the energy high and full of love and gratitude. So thanks for being here. There's always room for more Zen friends. You're always welcome. So thank you. If you want to find out how the whole process works, all that information is listed down in the description area of the video of the stream. So you can check that out there. Donations do get first priority. If you want to see how to make a donation, all that information, and as well as my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Square, and Google Pay, all of that is down listed in the description area. I do post a pinned comment when we're done with each session, listing all the readings completed with timestamps. I know it's very exciting, very fancy. You can, so if you come back after a stream has ended, you can go down there and find all the readings. I have them split up by donations and free readings, which I do try to get to free readings every session. So if you have your question out there, chances are I'll get to it at some point. Just make sure to check the timestamp if you're not sure where it's at once I'm done. What else? Oh, I do offer personal private readings and energetic hedges. All that information also down below. And every new moon and full moon, I do have a drawing where I give away a 30-minute personal recorded reading or one of my energetic hedges if that is what you prefer. And here's the link. I guess I could have cut and pasted that, huh? There's the link to how to get into the May 1st drawing for the Scorpio full moon. And then, of course, around every new moon and full moon, I do post a video on how to make the most of that moon's energy. We just had a new moon last Friday. It's a very powerful one. So if you still want to see how to make those new moon wishes and intentions for that Aries new moon energy, you can still grab a hold of some of that and have that come through. And if you're interested just on the basics too, we dive deeper in this video that talks about how to make the most of those new moon wishes. That's basic, not specific to the Aries new moon, which that other video is. It's more of the high level wishes and intentions, but this basic one dives deep more into how to make ways to make them powerful. And then I also have a podcast that comes out every 2 weeks. This last one was called The Empath's Heart Song. So it's about being an empath, why you feel emotion so big, things you can do to transform that, make it where you can ride the emotional wave instead of getting slammed by it. And the next one's going to be on how to grow your empathic abilities. So I'm excited for that. I'm working on it right now. So not right now because I'm not live, but in the process. So if you want to check that out, that's all free as well. So I think that is everything. Happy Taurus season to all you Taurus sun babies. We went into Taurus season on Sunday. We have Earth Day today. So happy Earth Day, everybody. Happy birthday or Earth Day, Mother Nature. We honor you extra and send you a lot of love, Mother Earth, because you could probably use it, right? You probably are going, no, you guys need it more than I do. So anyway, we will be using tonight, because of this beautiful water moon energy of Cancer, we're going to be using the Naked Heart Tarot, which is by Julian Wild. If you ever want to pick these up for yourself, that's what it looks like. And so we'll be using that. If you make a donation or have total donations of $5 or more, donations do get a fortune cookie. The one we're going to be using tonight for the $5 plus one is the Talisman Oracle. So you'll get one of those. If it's not that amount, or one of yours would be that. Like, let's say you made 2 or 3 donations that totaled 5. One of yours will be that. The other ones, or single ones, will be Sweet Dreams. as what we'll be using for your fortune cookie. Just a little extra, a little extra, extra. All right. So let's do our shout outs. Make sure I have everyone on the list here, and then we'll get into reading. So thank you guys so much. All right. And we got Rose Crump in the house. Hello, hello, Rose. Good to see you. We'll get you on the free list here. And thank you, Ascending Universal Butterfly, for all of your wonderful comments there. I appreciate that. I know we have you on the free list up above too. We got Debbie in the house. Hey, love and light to you, my friend. Good to see you. We have little pink Pearl in the house as well. So hello, Pink Pearl. Greetings to you. Get you on the free list here. We also have Cat Mia. So Cat Mia, thank you. Hello, hello. Get you on the free list up here. And then we've got Jojo. You feel alive. Oh, how exciting. I'll be diving in. I do see your donation, of course. So we got you on the donation list. So we'll circle back around for that. We also have Marissa Smith. Hey, Marissa, I got your donation here and via the PayPal. So you are on the list twice here for donations. So thank you for that. And let's see here. We've got, I think we're down here. Yep, we got Essence of Ethereal Serenity. We got you. Hello, hello. I have you on the free list. You missed me. I missed you too. Welcome, welcome. We have Maria P in the house. Hey, Maria, I see you saying hello. We've got you on the free list and then 3 donations via the PayPal. So we'll be circling back around for that. And I'll give an update on where we're at on all the donations list before I jump in, just in case anyone's wondering. And then we have Ascending Universal Butterfly. I got you on the list there. We have Lotus of Serendipity. Hello, hello. Good to see you. We have you on the free list. And we have here, see, is that Sonia Sharma. Oh, sister of Starseed, Anshul. Well, hello. And Anshul, I see you said hello too earlier. So hello, guys. Good to see you. Welcome. Thanks for being a new subscriber, and we'll get you your free question. You're on the list there. Then we have Divine Soul as well. So good to see you. I have you on the free list, as well as Swaroop Bobby. Hello, hello. From earlier today. You guys are probably asleep. I know you guys other side of the planet. I'm live now while you guys are in the middle of the night. So thank you for still hanging out and being here with us. I appreciate you. Maybe you're visiting in your dreams. Then we have Sudeshna Ghosh ×3. Hey, Sudeshna. So we got you on the donations ×3. You'll be up first. And then Happy Pill. Hello, hello. We do see you here as well. So good to see you. And you'll be up first on the free readings when we eventually get around there. So let's see here. We've got around, that's 5, 10, about 12 free readings on the list so far. And then for donations, we'll have Sudeshna up first ×3, and then Maria P ×3, and then Marissa ×2, and then Jojo will be up after that. Oh, you can't sleep anytime soon. After your audition, you're just like so excited, right? You're just in your dream mode. You're dreaming with your eyes wide open, right? I'm excited for you. Congratulations. That's awesome. You're like, oh, you rescheduled 3 times because you chickened out. Yeah, that's all right. You know, before you know it, auditioning will be like second hat to you, right? So I like that. All right. So I think I've got my list all updated. And so cheers, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up too. It does help spread the Zen love, part of the love tsunami, and helping my channel get out there. So you can show me some love that way. It's totally free. And I'm so grateful for those of you that do that. So cheers. I love you guys. Yummy, yummy. All right. So I think I'm all set. Let us dive in here. So up first, we do have Sudeshna at 1535. So Sudeshna, thank you for your multiple donations. In fact, let me give all these a little love and a like. So grateful for those. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. I am drinking coffee this evening. It's one of my beverages over here. Just, I think it's a Hawaiian hazelnut coffee with some zero sugar. Which one is this? Hazelnut creamer as well. So yum, yum. Of course, I know. Gotta have my coffee. All right. So Sudeshna, you're currently working at Cognizant, your project name, yeah, your project team lead told you that they'll be moving to a different team as the project is ending in some time. And he told you, take care of the team. Means somehow you believe you'll have to take the team lead position, but you don't have that much experience. And for becoming a team lead, more pressure will come to you. So less time to prepare. Yeah, right. That's main concern. So you want to check the energies for you. What will happen based on this? So first of all, are you going to be getting um like the team lead responsibilities, right? So we'll take a look here at that. Feel like we want these and then what's coming. And then any scope of change in the project for you at Cognizant. All right. I feel like they want that one. I do want that one. I do want that one. All right. Let's see what we got here. Well, you do have the Knight of Swords with the movement of swords. I feel like there's going to be communication coming out on the changes soon here. It's a fast acting knight. It's of knowledge and awareness and learning. So there is this learning curve energy that's coming in here, but I feel like there's this suddenness that this information is going to be coming here for you. So clarity before you know it, you're going to really have clarity around what's going to be unfolding here. What will happen? You have the magician. So the magician card, of course, is a beautiful energy that you have everything within you to accomplish whatever you need to, right? Whatever you don't know, you'll learn. Whatever you don't know, you'll ask questions. But this is also a very empowering energy, meaning wherever you focus your energy is what you'll draw in. And um, and I feel like there's this choice energy that's coming up, of course. But let's take a look here. This is what will happen. So let's take a look. Yeah, and you got the Justice card. So here's more of this clarity coming in, balancing energy, stabilizing energy coming in. Wow, with the Temperance card, more scales. I know you just saw it, but when you see these next to each other, it's just like, oh yeah, wow. So there is this. The Temperance has an energy of we can turn anything into a golden opportunity. And I do feel like you're gonna have this choice. You have on this side, you have Cognizant and the possibilities of getting into a lead position temporarily. I feel it's temporary because you'd also have the universe that came out with this, which is the World card, which is the ending of a significant cycle, the beginning of a new adventure. So I feel like, with the project ending, it's like you're leading the team, but then it's not very long. It's like it's only gonna be, like, a short period before there starts a new project kind of energy or the team gets, split up. So I don't feel well, we'll see here more of what's coming, because that's what these are here. So, we have the Judgment card, which is this calling getting pulled to somewhere else. You have, yeah, with work, the Devil card energy. This is, the Saturn Capricorn energy that rules over the house of work. So it feels like you're being called and pulled somewhere else to work. If you're staying with Cognizant, that's like on that side of the coin, right? Underneath that, yeah, because you have the Heart of Swords, more Libra energy that they have here down here. And that's what you had with Libra with the Justice card. This is the balance between the head and the heart. So it's like if you continue to go with the head, you have that on one side of the scale. If you go with the heart, you have this on the other side of the scale. And I do feel like you're being pulled, pulled, pulled. somewhere with your heart, but your mind is fearing, right? And it goes, "Oh, this is comfortable. I know it may end and we may end up being in a place," and I know you're continuing to still, look outside, which is very wise because I do feel like there's going to be less and less and less work at Cognizant, but there is this um, balancing act that's coming in. Um, let's see what else here. Any scope of change in project for you? You have the Six of Wands. So there is this victory energy, this transformation that moves to the Seven of Wands. So there is this progression. I do feel like you're being called by your heart out here, but I feel like they're going to be moving you from this team to something else. Um, because I do feel like I feel like they're going to the team that's there. They might just kind of pick it apart and let some people go and move other people into other departments and other teams because I don't feel like they have a project for this specific team. So I don't know about this lead, take good care of the team on their way out, but they don't know what's going to happen to the team that's there, right? And that's part of the start of it. They're moving the lead over somewhere else, and then it's like, "Well, who's gonna take over this?" And they're like, we'll let you guys know," and they're not gonna be telling you it's someone. We're figuring things out is kind of the energy, but then they end up moving a bunch of people to different areas, and then, there's a couple people that they don't have a place for that they'll let go, but you're not one of them. 'em. They'll be just moving you and joining you with another team to work on another project, and it feels like the project's already underway. So you'll be kind of brought in, to help with a project that's already in the works. You just have to kind of catch up. But I definitely like that you're still continuing to look outside there because it feels like less and less and less work there. So hopefully that helps. Let's give you your fortune cookie for that one. And I'll take a look here. I think your other questions are about your career as well. So we'll get some more clarity, I'm sure. Yeah. You got flow. And it says here, I now open myself to inspiration and watch creativity flow through me. So that's the inspiration, right? That kind of where you being drawn to, both with your heart and that, excitement, not the from the mind that wants to like stay safe, right? So that's what they have for your first one. We'll circle back around here for your next two. Let me just do a quick shout out here. We got Angelic Rover. Hello, hello. Good to see you. We'll get you on the free list here. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Hope you're doing well. All right. So Sudeshna for number two, we're at 2412. So here's for your first two. And you want to know anything? Are they planning about you at Cognizant? All right, we'll get some clarity here. Anything else that they're planning besides this kind of move to a different team? It feels like. How will you cope if they shift you to the team lead? Okay, if they do, this is how you would cope. And will it benefit you in any way? All right. And we have the Seven of Swords here, which is a deceitful energy or lie or not telling the whole truth energy. So, just be aware that they'll be saying some stuff knowing that changes are coming, but they're going to act as if everything's normal until they announce other stuff. Because they don't want to freak everyone out and they don't, they figure it's just best just to go, well, we're checking on it. We're figuring it out, kind of blah, blah, blah. But they really already pretty much have the plan in place of what they're going to do and they're going to start communicating it. But that deceitfulness, so in the beginning, it's gonna be like, "Oh, we're gonna do this," and you're like, "Oh, okay," but just trust there's some other changes that are coming here. Um, what are they planning? Anything else at Cognizant here? So you've got the Six of Cups energy here. along with you got the 5 of cups energy underneath that. And this is what I feel like they're kind of, that 6 of cups is that, in a way, it's like a childlike flow, emotional flow energy, but underneath it, there's that kind of that disappointment, which means they're going to say, "Hey, we're thinking of doing this," or we're like, "Well, we're considering it," but they know what they're going to do, and it's going to be something that's disappointing because it's almost like they provide, like, "Hey, we might do this," and then it doesn't happen. It's like setting you up for disappointment. And you got the Sage, which is the major arcana number 5, the Hierophant normally, which is a change, um, and there are changes that are coming here, but I don't feel like any other changes outside of what we have said about moving you over to another team, joining, because there's some people that are being moved off of other teams and they're using feels like you're the team you're on to fill in all the other positions as they move people out, and kinda, do that. So, hopefully that makes sense. How will you cope if they move you into a team lead position, just to put your mind at ease? You have the Heart of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, which is about abundant flourish, that you can do it. You have the abilities to do that. You have the Movement of Swords, which is the movement of knowledge and understanding, like we talked about in the beginning in your first reading, right? It's you, whatever you don't know, you'll ask clarity on, you'll research, you'll have resources that you'll contact, people. If you don't know how to do it, you'll figure it out. And that's your ability, right? And you have the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, you put in the blood, the sweat, the tears, you get the reward. So, like everything, you haven't failed at anything in life, or you'd be dead right now. You overcome 100% of any challenge that you're faced with. So, you got a great track record, right? Yep, and that other one, you had the 7 of Wands, remember? The last one, we had the 6 of Wands going to the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is about standing tall, shining bright, being yourself. You would shine bright, basically, with that. You would show people who you are, um, with that, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna happen, unless they make you a team lead over a different group, but it doesn't feel like that. I feel like it's more of a lad role where they're moving you over for now, as they kind of split up this team, is what the current energies are. So let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here, too. Okay. So for this one, you've got connect. It says, I create strong emotional connections with the important people in my life. Yeah. So you will connect. You will connect with people, as well, no matter wherever you go, whatever you do, whether it's a new job outside of this place or a new team, new project. You know that you have the ability and the track record. So nothing to fear. Nothing. All right. So that was for number 2. Hey, Olivier, good to see you. Hello, hello. I am doing wonderful. How are you, a beautiful spirit? Good to see you too. Cheers, cheers. I got your question here. We'll get you on the free list here as well. All right. Boom, boom. All right. And then Sudeshna for number 3, we're at 2956. So let's give me your timestamp there. Boom, boom, boom. And want to know here, what energies are coming for you for your job switch? All right. We'll take a look here based on current energies. Thank you. Yep. Okay. Thank you. We got those two. You're constantly upskilling and applying for the position for the data business analyst. Will anything come or what? All right. Let's take a look here. So this is all based on your current energies. Oh, that's all I wanted here. So the bottom of the deck, you do have the Naked Heart, card number 22. Unique, the only unique card to this deck. Of course, this doesn't have, any. and it's not anyone else's deck. This is specific to this Naked Heart deck. And I'm going to read it to you because it's unique. This is all about connection again, purpose, and higher self. The Naked Heart in the picture says, I radiate at a pure vibrational level, calling in all that I need at this time to stay in alignment with my path. The universe is highlighting my gifts and asking me to trust myself and my intuition. As I listen to what my heart needs, not the mind, the heart, my natural essence comes forth to be nurtured, and I innately connect with my calling and purpose. Comparing myself to others does not serve me and will only knock me out of my flow. I was given the exact proportion of amazing, otherwise, I would not exist. My path may not always feel easy, but it will feel right. When I shine bright, I am the spark to someone else's light and I inspire others. If you're into crystals, the crystal recommendation for this is Aqua Aura Quartz. And the little Luna moth on the card at the top here, this one up here, they whisper to you and say, you are brave and beautiful. Fly out of the darkness and into your light. If you feel disconnected from your heart, you can ask yourself, is my ego or mind leading my path instead of my heart? So there you go. So that's the bottom there. You know, what's coming here for your career, for your job switch, right? They're nudging you back to your heart. Where's your heart leading you? Where's your heart leading you? Not the mind, not the ego, not the fear, but the heart, right? Because underneath, not underneath that, but your first card, you had two cards that came out for what's coming for your job switch. You do have the universe, which is a victory. It's we got this on your first reading, the ending of a major cycle, the beginning of a new adventure. You're being drawn into take a leap to go and do something new. Underneath that, you have the Sky Father, the Emperor energy as well. So well, actually three major arcana so far. And this is you get to decide. There's no wrong choice, no right choice. But if you choose from the mind, you'll feel like you're existing. If you choose from the heart, you'll feel like you're living. And eventually, the mind, whatever we choose for the mind, will come back around. We'll keep on coming back around for an option to make a decision from our heart. So that will continue to, to come around. Um, so is anything going to come from this data analyst thing, right? So you got the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So there is an abundance energy that comes in here. I do feel like there is something in your hometown with the Nine of Pentacles being kind of this hermity, remote kind of energy, and the Seven of Cups is an energy of like all those cups are emotional choices. Like there's all this emotional, it's like confusion, like you're trying to, want to be, um, to follow the heart, but there's this confusion because there's these options and opportunities for like this data business analyst kind of things, which is more of your mind than of your heart, right? You have two other cards. Yeah. So you have something that is this emotional choice, something again balanced between the head and the heart, that there is something that um, is out there coming up in your path that is both what your heart is excited about and you feel like you're living, and the mind supports it too. So, there is something, but it's about allowing both your head and your heart to have a seat at the table in deciding this. And you got the Page of Pentacles. So there is a heightened opportunity that is coming your way here. Um, but I feel like it's because I asked him in my head here, do we want to go grab a when card in there? Like, what's important is the heart. Follow the heart. The heart knows the way. Because that Naked Heart card was like, no, the mind needs to know when, but the heart is like, follow me and I'll guide you. And the more you turn to your heart, the faster it comes. But if we keep going to our mind, that's what slows everything down. So hopefully that helps. See what your fortune cookie brings in here too, right? This one here. Yeah, we got trust. Oh, I know, trust. I believe that whatever is happening to me right now is part of the greater plan. I like it, right? So it's stepping in that trust is kind of like faith, right? Can we do you trust the creator, the universe that they're bringing the perfect thing for you in the perfect timing, the perfect way? Where's our fear, right? Where's this fear coming in, this the fear of the story, right? So I like that for you. I feel like that's what they just want you to know. All right. So many blessings, Sudeshna. Thank you again for your multiple donations. All right, let me take another quick sip here and we'll dive into Maria P's next. Cheers, cheers, everybody. All right. So, Maria, 3703 is for your first one here. You're here. Woohoo. Good to see you. All right, let's see here. I think this is your first one down, y'all. Yes, here we are. All right. So I got your first PayPal up here. So you want to know Wally's thoughts and feelings for you today. Okay. And then his thoughts yesterday when he had to take off to pick up his stepson and granddaughter. Dark side updates. Okay, like all that's together. And then did Dr. Bob and team like your interview? Will you go to round 3? Ching ching, based on current energies. And then what's coming up for work. All right. So Wally's thoughts and feelings for you today. Yeah, he's a bit in the fear range with the 9 of swords. That's a little bit of the nightmare and insomnia energy. Kind of this feeling the pressure of expectations today. So he's kind of feeling like I'm not living up to, what they want to be for themselves towards you in their relationship and what they feel you are wanting for the relationship. So they kind of feel like they're behind. Whenever we go into those expectations, we feel like we're in the negative. He's feeling this gap right now instead of gratitude and feeling like he's doing well and that he's appreciated for what he is doing. It's kind of this energy feeling like he's, in the negative, right? So that's kind of where he's at. His thoughts yesterday when he had to take off to do all this, he had 10 of cups. So he had the joy and celebration here. Um, the 10 of cups here is this energy of, I mean, it's family, it's joy, it's overflowing. So I feel like he was very happy to take the day off to go spend some time with stepson and granddaughter. So there's a lot of joy there. Dark side updates, the 6 of swords. So some movement of thinking, seeing things from a higher perspective, getting some plans in order. Yeah, 8 of pentacles. Again, this is doing the work. So they're having the movement of mind and the movement of, doing things to help, like little steps towards doing a transition with that 6 of swords. It's like moving from choppy waters to calmer waters, but it's a movement card, right? So I feel like that's what's coming in there. Did Dr. Bob and the team like your interview? Yep, the 10 of wands. I feel like this is an abundance card in some cases. So I feel like some people were like, yeah, 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 yeah. And I feel like Dr. Bob most of all, because, ultimately they're the decision maker. But I feel like most people, um, it felt positive. And the whole thing is like, there's depending on what someone is feeling, they could be a little grumpy butt today and they're like, they didn't like anyone, right? But I feel like whoever that was, I feel like there was one person that was just like a putz, but they're like that to everyone. So it's like, you know, eh. So I like that. Will you go to round 3? You got this judgment card. There is this calling, there is this pull, kind of energy here. So that feels positive for you here. Let's see what's coming at work and see what how this verifies here for you. Well, yeah, you got the 8 of wands, which is fast, fast movement energy, and the 9 of cups, which is an emotional dream come true energy. So it does feel like things are flowing in a positive way here. So I would feel like this is that you do go to round 3, and things are feeling like a dream come true for you right now with that. So I like it. Right? So that's what they have for for donation number 1. Let me get all these cards back in here. We'll give you your little fortune cookie and go on to number 2. All right. Yeah, we got act. Upon waking, I'm ready to act on my passions and dreams. Yeah, I like it. So there is this, energy with that calling card too. Just a reminder to kind of, is this what I want to do with my life or do I have a dream? And to take actions toward my dream. And if that is this, then put together a game plan, right? And decide what is it that you want to do and create you know, pretend like you are your own manager because technically all of us are, right? And we have to decide what it is we want to do. And then we put an action plan together and how we can get there. And I feel like that's the whole thing, and if you're not sure, that's when you reach out to mentors, that's when you reach out to supervisors and people that know and go, "If this is what I wanna do eventually, can I get your opinion on what you feel I would need to do to get there?" And then you put a game plan together, right? And you have the initiative, so this is act, toward that dream, so I like that. Right, so that's for number 1. For number 2, we've got 4303. So there's your timestamp for number 2. And we have here, so what was it that stood out to everyone for during your interview, right? When will they call for the third round? Okay. Dr. Bob's thoughts on you. Okay. What did the team of 5 think of you? Katrina, Amy, Lisa, John, and Rita. All right, we'll give you quick ones on those. Like I said, with the questions, when there's a lot of questions, we just zip over those, right? We zip through them anyway, not over them, but through them. So, what was it that stood out for everyone? The 9 of Wands, perseverance. This is about, even though you hit barriers and hit, things that you find you're patient and you persevere and you get through the tough thing. So perseverance was like a big thing that stood out to everyone for you. So I like that. When will they call for the third round? You got the Wheel of Fortune. It's the tuna for you. It'll be the perfect timing with that. So I mean, I feel like they're making decisions tonight, today, and I feel like they'll let everyone know tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yes, tomorrow. So it feels like Thursday is when they're gonna reach out, so that gives everyone time to prepare for the next, interview, next round. Dr. Bob's thoughts on you. We have the 7 of Swords, you know, it's interesting because the 7 of Swords from Dr. Bob's perspective is not deceit and lying. It's more of, um, like, he has a lot of good thoughts, and this is what they're getting down to, right? When they're getting down to deciding, now they're more focusing on what are their challenges and who has the biggest challenge, right? Um, and with the 7 of Swords, this is how Dr. Bob goes, he feels like your biggest challenge has to do 7 of Swords is conflict of communication. Um, but, um, also you deceive yourself, like, you're the only one that can limit yourself, and I feel like maybe there's a little bit about confidence that they're, like, seeing that you could be more confident in who you are and what you do, that you might downplay yourself a little bit, but, but I feel like just those 2 things were the ones that stood out. Everything else is great, I mean, and, I feel like it's not like oh, a big concern kinda thing, but they were more focusing on where's the growth areas for each individual. They're like, "Okay, I can see there's a little bit of working on your confidence," and, I know and I feel like from the past, more so, conflict with communication with some mainly with team members, right? Um but I feel like it's not like a deal breaker or anything. So hopefully you understand what I'm saying. They're more focusing in on as I'm whittling down, I see everyone with all these strengths, but now it's going to be where are the growth points and are the growth points big enough that, weed people out. So I feel like that's what's going on. But I do feel like you're going around three. And then, yeah, like you grow in your confidence and your abilities and um yeah, I feel like that's and I feel like they've noticed you have grown in your confidence, but that's where you still have you can still grow more, I feel. Um, then what did the team of 5 think about you? 8 of Pentacles, yeah. So you are a hard worker, you put in the blood, the sweat, the tears to get the result. You when you're wanting to get something done, you do it, right? Katrina the Hanged Man is an energy here of transformation in a way, of like, they're growing, they're in their cocoon, they're in this transformation kind of, time in their life. Um, but that Katrina can sometimes see things from a higher perspective with this as well. But I feel like they feel like that she's in a big transformational time in her life. Amy, yeah, the 4 of Cups. They weren't they didn't think badly of her, and they didn't think it 4 of Cups is kinda like, "Nah, that's good." Nothing like blew their socks off and nothing concerning, just kinda like, "Alright, you could do the job," kind of energy. It didn't like they didn't she didn't make a really big impression or a negative one either, just kind of in the middle. Lisa, yeah, they have Lisa the Magician here. So it looks like they really thought a go-getter. They feel like they have everything they need to do the job. So it looks like Lisa kind of shined a little bit um, in the group there. John, 6 of Cups energy here. I feel like there was a little bit of, I feel like, and this is every single one of the five is going to have different perspectives, right? Um, oh, Oh, these are not people that are here. Oh, I get you now. Okay. So these are the 5 people. So didn't think of you, Katrina, Amy, Lisa, John, and Rita. These are the 5 people that had the thing. I get you. All right. So still spirit knew what you were talking about, so the cards would still match for you. But overall, with the 8 of Pentacles, they feel like you are someone who would put the blood, the sweat, the tears, and get the result. That's the 8 of Pentacles. So when we're talking about Katrina, I started tapping into their energies. But I love how Spirit did this because it is how other people, um, feel about themselves is how they see you as well. Because people don't see the world as it is, they see the world as they are. So when we're asking about, because that's what I was about to say when you put your clarifying in there, right? Which is this energy of, Um, how you see all of them is how you see yourself in some way. How they each see you, they see in themselves in some way. So, like, Katrina sees you in transformation, that you do see some things from a higher perspective, but you are growing and transforming. So that's how she saw you, and that's her perception of you. Amy, yeah, Amy is kind of just, well, I don't feel like they're just kind of, they don't outshine, they don't get in trouble, they just kind of hang out there in the middle. So that's how they see you. They're like, yeah, she can do the job. Um, and then Lisa, yeah, Lisa must be a go-getter here. She's like the magic one on the team. And she liked you, which is good because she was like, "Oh, I think you got what we need to have this happen." Shazam kind of energy. John, interesting with the 6 of cups here. Oh, she's the one you'd be replacing. Oh, wow. So that's good that she's like, "Yeah, I think she would be a good replacement for me," right? It's funny, I feel like John thinks he was like, you reminded him of one of his exes from the past with the 6 of cups. He's like, "Yeah, you remind me of one of my exes." That's funny. So, but overall, you know, I don't think he could, I feel like that is what he kept on thinking in his mind. "You remind me of one of my exes. You remind me of one of my exes." But I feel like, again, kind of this energy of, "Yeah, yeah, you could do the job." But I feel like he's just kind of there just doing the job, his energy, but that came through. And then Rita, yeah, Page of Pentacles, which is, a great energy that, they feel like they're a big producer and they feel like you would be a big producer as well. You'd get results. So it's interesting. The different energies can also be because of their signs and, of course, how they feel about themselves. They're all going to be looking for something different. So it looks pretty good. That's why I feel like you do get passed on to number 3. There was no one with concerns, except maybe John, that he's like, "Oh, no, it's gonna end up being like my one of my exes." You're like, "No, no inner office fraternization." Alright, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I like it. You got inner child. "I reconnect with my inner child through fun and play." So that's important here. It's important to, you know, do your interviews well, but also, why are we being so serious? Allow yourself to shine your personality and your heart and your playfulness to come through too, because they don't want someone that's so serious all the time, right? So I know when we go into interviews, we're like, but it's like, be yourself, I feel is important for that too. All right. So that was for number 2. Let me take a quick sip here. We'll dive into your number 3 here. Cheers, cheers. All right. And you're 5434. There we are. And so Dr. David's thoughts on you. All right, let's take a look here. And did he say good things about you in reference? Spirit message about work. Why did that lady ask me again how I did at work? Okay. And then what's coming for you and Wally in relationship? All right, based on current energies. Boom. So, Dr. David's thoughts on you. Yeah, we have the Tower card here, which the Tower card here, I like this, that you're a force to be reckoned with, is their thoughts on you. Because I feel like, um, it's interesting how his perspective is like, you either, um people either love you or they hate you. is his perception, which tells you a lot about himself, right? People either love you or they hate you, which is funny. Um, but, you know, it is an energy of course, the tower is death and rebirth, the removal of something to make room for something bigger. Um, and but it's positive here. I feel like they kinda like that, because they see that in themselves that, you are a lightning bolt. When you strike something, you, um, remove things that don't belong there anymore, and you bring things to light in the dark. You brighten things. It's like lightning, how the sun during the day brightens everything. Well, at night, in addition to the moon, on a dark night, lightning also brings light to things. So I feel like you go in and he's like, "Yeah, you're not a troublemaker, but you are a boat shaker. You will rock the boat." And I feel like he likes that rebel kind of energy in you. Did he say good things about you in reference? Yes, the 9 of cups. Dream come true, wish come true kind of energy. So, of course, they think this way, they're not gonna tell you, that you are, "Oh, yeah, she's this and she's that," and everything. He pointed out all the things that are positive, and it's a good reference. Spirit's message to you at work. So we got communication, 6 of swords. So, I feel like this is gonna come up until you act on it, of course, which is, you know, this is changing your mindset, letting go of old ways of thinking, old ways of communicating, see things from a higher place, communicate from a higher place, takes you from choppy waters to calmer waters. So, I feel like communication is important for you, with all of this. Um, and then why did the lady ask again how you did about the work? Movement of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Did we get that on them before? This because this is about a quest for their own self-worth. They have their nose always asking how everyone else is doing because they're comparing themselves to everyone. And also I feel like, you know, they must be friends with someone who either was trying out, also for the position, didn't make it into round 2, or they did and they're asking, but I just feel like it's sticking their nose in for their own self-worth because 'cause they're not a busybody, but they wanna know everyone's business because it's all about comparing themselves and getting information, and, so I feel like some of it was for themselves, some was it for the other person that was applying, they didn't apply, I don't feel. Their friend of theirs did, and so they're kind of on their behalf without them even asking, they're trying to find out stuff because, "Oh, I want them to like me more," so I said that, right? Ah, okay, very good. So she did apply, huh? So, um, but I feel like that's why, because 'cause they're trying to, "Where am I at? Where am I at? What's going on?" And then what's coming for you and Wally's relationship? Aw, you got the naked heart. I like that. So, the naked heart is about, and I don't we didn't did we? Yeah, we read this one already for you, right? So, you can do all that as well. It's "You're brave and beautiful, fly out of the darkness and into your light." Return to your heart, get out of your head and expectations. Um, and, the heart is shared. Um, and I like this. Let's see here. Because you guys are calling into alignment that which, um, honors your path. Yeah, as you listen to what your heart needs, your natural essence comes forth to be, nurtured, and you innately connect with your calling and your purpose together. So I feel like you're returning to your heart here, regarding your guys' relationship, and it's a nudge to say that to get back for growth in your relationship, return to your heart. When you're letting your ego lead, which is the mind, then that, comes back to, um, that lack energy. The mind does it, sucks the life out of the relationship. It starts to shrink. When you return to your heart, gratitude, it starts to grow, right? So, I feel like they're just a reminder for that. Yeah, because we got fearlessness coming in, which says, I pay close attention to my heart and my mind. I do not allow fear to distract me. Can't make it up. Boom. All right. So that is what they have for you, Maria. We'll circle back around for your free question in a little bit. So I like that. You are very welcome. Thank you for your donations. I'm very grateful. All right, let me take a quick sip. So up next we have Marissa times two, and then Jojo will be up after that. And that's, I think, all I have so far. So cheers, cheers. All right. So Marissa, we got 101.55 for your first one. This one is for the one via Z PayPal. So thank you so much for that. Hey, good to see you. So you want to know, when will you move into a new place? All right, we will grab a whoops, a when card for this. And then you keep applying and looking and nothing's happening. So we'll get an update on what you can know about this waiting period, right? All right, thank you. Card came right out. So for the when, yeah, I don't feel like it says November 23rd to December 2nd, which is, of course, way, way far away. It would be more, um, it's either, well, we're almost on the 23rd of April. So it's either because when they go disregard the months, focus in on the days. So it's the 23rd through the 2nd. So it could be April 23rd to May 2nd or May 23rd to June 2nd. Let's see what they clarify here with additional tarot cards. It is an Eight of Wands, which is a fast moving energy, something happening, um, yeah, speedy and quickly. So I feel like it's going to be coming up anywhere from tomorrow until May 2nd. But let's take a look. What else can we know? Nope, not those. I want these. All right. Boom, boom. And boom. And that one. And that one. All right. Yeah. So the bottom of the deck, you got the Hermit card. So this is literally the movement of your shell, right? This is your house, your home. The turtle's home is, the shell. And this is about being off by off where you would consider on your own. Kind of brings in Nine of Pentacles energy too, about abundance and, that. So I feel like it is coming in here pretty quick. Let's see what these three are here. Yeah, we got a death and a rebirth energy coming in here, a transition. You've got the Tower card. Yep. And I like this, energy coming in. And you have the Spirit of Cups, which is the King of Cups, um, which is a perfect compatible energy. And they're like, trust the process with the Death card, right? Trust the cycles. Got all the cycles that are coming in here. In fact, we have a full moon on May 1st, which is in Scorpio, which would be this energy, Scorpio, full moon, death and rebirth. So May 1st, come on, move in. But all of this to say, oh wow, even the King of Cups is Scorpio energy. So we've got all this, situations and apartments that you were applying for were moved out of your way because it was for you, right? Because there's going to be something that is like in perfectly compatible. The other ones, there were things that maybe wouldn't have turned out so well. And they're even though it's like anywhere's better than where I'm at, that might be something to look at. If there's that kind of talk going on in your mind and heart, might look at that and go, "You know what? No, that's lack energy. That's, want, need." We start feeling desperate. When we get that, try to get back to gratitude as much as you can. Grateful for what you do have and, that I have electricity, that I have running water, clean running water, all the things that we have that we're grateful for, right? That we can take for granted if we start focusing on what I'm not having, we forget all this that we are grateful for. So we return to that and just, hand it over to the creator. That's when all this stuff is drawn faster to us too. Oh, your son is the Scorpio. Ha, how you like that? For his birthday. Oh no, Scorpio season isn't here yet. That's just the full moon. Um, but let's see. I have three other cards here. What else do they want you to know here? Yep. So you got the harvest energy, you got Mother Earth energy. So very much this is an abundant thing that's coming your way. You have the Fool card. So again, what one, two, three, four, five major arcana out of six, which is a huge transformation energy that's here, right? Ah, very good, very good. And then you have the movement of wands. Yeah, again, the Knight of Wands. So it's that gratitude of Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurture yourself, stay in that gratitude. Here comes this new adventure, and it happens quick. And we had the Eight of Wands as the timing, and then the movement of Wands, the Knight of Wands, is the fastest moving horse out of it all. So, you got all that. Even under the hermit card on the bottom of the deck, you have the Wheel of Fortune too. So all of this is happening for you. Delays, not being able to get somewhere. So I know it's disappointing when we're like, maybe this one is it. Nope, it's not. But chin up, young person. It's happening for you, and you're being spared some difficult situations, some noisy neighbors, some conniving, uh, you know, owners of homes or apartments or whatever you're trying to get into, and it's like, "Nope, I'm not going, uh, I'm gonna trust that places are being blocked for me. Thank you." Thank you for sparing me, right? Let's see here. So your fortune cookie for this one, yeah, you got support. I surround myself with those who support my vision and share my values, which is what you will be. You will be surrounded by people, your tribe. You'll actually, I like that you are, whoever your neighbors are and around, maybe even like the manager, property manager, or whatever, that you develop these friendships with these people, and you're being moved into this pocket of support rather than challengers. And you're like, finally, right? No, finally, gratitude. All right, so that's what they have for that one, Marissa. So thank you for that. And then for your second one here, that one's up here. There we are. Let's give that a love and a like since it lets me here. Oh, whoops. And so your second one is 10934. So here's both your timestamps. So question number 2 is Alshon's next actions towards you. All right. Let's take a look here. Based on their current energies. Got that. I don't want those. I don't want those. I do want this one. And do want that one, but it's separate. All right, let's see what we got here. So on the bottom of the deck, we do have the 10 of Swords, which is the underlying energy for them is, I don't want any expectations. I don't want to have intentions. Their whole thing that they're this is their where they're at in their mind is, I don't wanna be a caged lion, I gotta be free," kind of energy with this 10 of swords. I'm tired of, you know, trying to please everyone, and you're like, "When did you try that?" Right? Right. So, let's take a look here. Their next actions towards you, yeah, we got the 9 of swords, so, again, there is this letting go of expectations, this, fear of disappointing or being a disappointment or being disappointed. They got the movement of cups, so we got the knight of cups, which is, here's movement of heart, movement of romance, right? And the innocence of cups, the page of cups. It's interesting here with this, um, because this is like, and we've talked about that they're gonna try to come back around again, because that's their, you're on their route, how they circle back around. But as I was asking that question and pulling that in the back, kind of in a kind of a whisper, um, there's this energy of, because you found somewhere to live different now and all of this, they're like, "Oh," there's like this interest that sparked, but, it's the circle that they're in. So I do feel like their intentions or next actions are they're gonna kinda reach out romantically, but they don't want any expectations. Like, I don't wanna, I just want to be able to interact with you without you expecting anything from me. Right? We have the movement of pentacles, which would be slow movement, slowest moving knight out of it all, right? And so they're not looking at moving things along quickly. They're just looking for just to go along and see what happens kind of energy, right? Underneath that, yep, they have the 3 of wands. So eventually the 3 of wands is a change of direction. It's like taking a long time, and then they'll take the off ramp like they always do and circle back around, because they don't want this. As soon as they start to feel like a wall coming in to try to cage them in, that's when they escape and they take exit, and they exit away again, right? Yeah, because there is this 9 of wands, there is this block that's here that keeps you from them going any further, and that has to do with where they're at in their life. Doesn't have anything to do with you or the others that he kind of that people keep taking him back, and so he keeps just hopping from person, stays with someone for a few months, and then feels the pressure, takes those leaves, goes back to someone else. Because in the beginning, there's like, um, to get him back, you and the others are like, "All right, no, 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 no expectations, and we can do this," kind of energy, because I just want you back. But then once he's back in each of your clutches, you guys start to introduce the expectations. It's just human, start to come up. All right, well, now that we've been hanging around, now our what do you think about us heading in here now? And he's like, "Nope, nope, nope. I told you I didn't want this. Psh, off I go," kind of energy, right? And he just keeps going in circles because, and we've talked about all the reasons why, before with his he doesn't have a whole lot of self-love, so he doesn't feel like he can give each of you what you're wanting from him, so he leaves before you guys dump him. But then that leaves this, um, hunger to get them back, right? It's interesting. They're bringing back, I saw there was this Instagram guy, he mentions that the the people we obsess over aren't the people who bring us what we want, but the people who withheld from us what we want. because we're grasping. We need them to give us what we want. And so when they don't, we obsess and we desire them so much. When someone gives us what we want, we're like, I'm getting what I want. But it's when someone doesn't is when we become obsessive over someone, which really resonated to me in some of my past relationships when I saw it. So they're just bringing that back. If that resonates for you or any of you guys, it did for me. You have awaken. I awake feeling energized and begin my day with gratitude. But I feel like there's an energy, just kind of this snap out of it. Did you ever see, what is it, Moonlight? Was it Moonlight? It was Moon something with Cher, one of her old movies where um someone was like, I'm in love with you, and she's all smack. I think it was was it Nicolas Cage in that one? Um, and then Moonstruck, yes. And then he's still looking at her like he's in love with her, and she smacks, snap out of it. I feel like that's what, they're saying in a loving, gentle way, a humorous way. Oh, it's your favorite movie. Is that what they're bringing that up? So they're like, wake up, right? Wake up to who they really are and what you deserve in a way, kind of comes through with that too. So hopefully that helps a little there, Marissa. That's what they have for you right now. So thank you again for your donation and many blessings to you. I just feel like there's not really anything changing with them. Same old stuff, You're very welcome. All right, Jojo, you're up 117.27. Are you still flying high on your audition high? Here's your timestamp. Let's give yours. I think yours was, yes, let's give it a love and a like here. I like it. So congratulations again. I love that you went and did it. And it was only 15 minutes, right? You're like, but afterwards, I'm so glad I did. And now you're excited. I love that. You rescheduled it 3 times, and that's all right. So how did you do, right? Based on your current energies, how did you do in the eyes of the important people? Take a look here. It feels like there's 2 people here. And then what else do they want you to know here? Is that it? Is that it? I feel like there's this here too. All right. So, bottom of the deck, you have the 2 of Cups, which I like. 2 of Cups is a great relationship energy. Feel like you connected with the heart energy there. Um, and underneath that, you do have the Star card too. Ta-da! So it does feel like you shined here, at least in someone's eyes with this, because it feels like there was a connection. Um, so I like that. Let's see. And I feel like that also with the 2 of Cups, because that's emotional choice energy, that, everyone is going to have an opinion which is based upon their entire conditioning, which I know you know all this, but it's a good reminder for all of us too, whenever someone's opinion of the job or we do, it's going to be based on how they were feeling in the moment and then everything from their entire life, who you reminded them of, subconscious stuff that's below the surface. So, I feel like they're just, you're a star. Remember and the 2 of Cups and the Star card too are this relationship with your higher self. Remember, you're a powerful, supernatural spirit being made of unconditional love. You're already a star. Just it's going to take people a time to realize it. I like it. So, how did you do? What are the official ones here? You have the Spirit of Wands, which is the King of Wands. So, very here's that, fire, passionate energy, which the King of Wands is. I feel like um you shined on this again with the Star card too, because this is Leo energy. It has the Leo sign right there. So Leo energy shining bright. Um, it's like I would say controlled yourself, but you were very selective in how you were putting forth your energy. And I feel like that's a good thing with that. And the 3 of Cups, yeah, joy and celebration. Feel like you really interacted well with the group. Oh, which is why they did it as a group to see how you interplayed with other people or being in front of other people. So they were watching before they started and after you guys finished too. That's part of the thing is how do you interact with competition or other people and interactions? So they were paying attention to that here. And I feel like in that you did really well. I feel like you were, you know, not really shy, but you were kind of quiet and you were selective on how you presented yourself. You weren't just out of control, blah, 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 with everyone. You were very selective in how you were interacting. And they were like, huh. And that stood out. What else? And you got the 6 of Pentacles and the Devil card. So well-balanced energy here. The Devil card, Capricorn, kind of energy, just waited out. I mean, weighed out, you know? It's like I feel like they saw you present yourself in this manner of they're like, "There's thinking going on in there because Capricorn, big thinkers, very much about what works, what doesn't work, details. You might have even asked, I feel like, questions that they were like, "Oh, you're thinking, aren't you? Oh, thanks for asking that." Or, I feel like that stood out as well in a positive way. What else do you have here? Wow, you have the Spirit of Cups too, and Temperance, Sagittarius energy too. So I like that. Here's this balanced energy. Spirit of you know cups is a wonderful balance between the head and the heart and the temperance. So I feel like that they were like they could tell you had a spark, you had fire, but you were contain not containing it, not in a way where it feels like you were suppressing it and you should have shown bright or whatever. It feels like more of an energy of like you were measured in what you were giving, and you had a reason why you presented things the way that you did. And before and afterwards too, it's like you were consistent with that when you weren't auditioning, when you were just talking with people before and afterward too. So it looks really good. I feel like you stood out in a positive way, even on the bottom of the deck under all those. Yeah, again, you've got, the lover's card. You've got the page of pentacles. Page? Yeah. Innocence of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity. Three of Pentacles is the artistic energy, that was there too. So it feels like, of course, you already felt like you were living, right? You feel good. I feel alive. So it's a great spark energy, but I do feel like your creative posse, your creative collective, Cece was there supporting your creativity too. So I really feel like that was there. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here too. Yeah, you got messages. I am receiving powerful messages from my guides right now. I trust my feelings. So again, this balance of the heart and getting messages from spirit and being supportive. I feel like some of your creativity, the nudges you got to do certain things, that you were supported in that from your posse. So I like that for you, Jojo. That's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings. Hopefully you'll get some rest tonight. You might have already, maybe the adrenaline wore off and but rest well, my friend. So many blessings to you. All right. So I think that is it for donations, and we'll be heading into the free readings here. So let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, So I've got 13 right now. So we'll start in here. Let me just take a quick sip. Oop, my heater turned off. So cheers, cheers, everybody. We'll dive in here in just a moment. All right. So up first, we do have Happy Pill at 125.56. So Happy Pill. Here is your, you wanted a general reading. Hey, Jojo. Here's your timestamp if you want to go back to that there if you didn't get it. All right. So a general reading. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? I don't want any of those. Oop, let's see what else we got here. All right. So here you have the Three of Swords, which is a little bit of expectations equal disappointment energy that's coming in, but it ends up giving you this Nine of Pentacles. So this kind of alone time with Spirit, which brings you to a victory with the Six of Wands energy. So I like this. I feel like there is this, whatever this thing that doesn't work out is okay because it gives you the time, gives you this, um, it's an opportunity to self-reflect and connect with Spirit even with the Nine of Pentacles. It's like being alone in the harvest garden with Spirit. So there's this, wonderful quiet time to give you some direction that helps you move in a direction that does end up, instead of being a disappointment, ends up being even a bigger victory, like twice the size, like the three, like you, if you it would have been like the three of something. Now you're going to get six. So it's going to be double what you would have had you, that other thing been successful or unfolded, but it was moved off for you so that you could step back, reflect, and then go in this other direction, which ends up being a bigger victory for you. So I like that for you. So that's what they have for you. Happy pill. Happy, happy. So many blessings to you. All right, then we have Swaroop Bobby at 128.06. So Swaroop, let's take a look here. Here's your timestamp. And what's coming towards you the rest of this week? All right, based on current energies. Got this and this. So you've got the Heart of Swords. Oh, and just put this card back in, came flying back up. And the Nine of Pentacles. So, the Heart of Swords, that's the Queen of Swords, which is a balance between the head and the heart. And the Nine of Pentacles, like we just talked about, is kind of a hermity energy from the physical world, where it's like, it's an abundance energy. It allows you to kind of step back and see things. But I feel like that's what is coming in here. There's like this little pause in your life next week. And it kind of feels quiet. It feels like things almost like an isolation in a way. And, with this, there's like this clarity. It's like in the quietness, you get to hear the whispers of Spirit, which I feel like this quiet time helps you balance your mind with your heart to where you can see something that is more in alignment, that is more fits you like a glove. So if you have decisions to make next week, I feel like you're going to have pausing time before it to actually make the choice. But take the time before. Don't leap into anything. Make sure you're taking, the time to make decisions and to pause and get quiet and still. Because if where you're making decisions from our mind, it might be like in a, you know, out of fear and reaction instead of out of calmness and from a response. So I feel like that's important. All right. So that's what they have for you, Swaroop. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Divine Soul, you are up. Hello, hello. Whoops. So here is your timestamp. So you want to know his feelings for you. We'll take a look here. Whoops. And then Will he do a reunion on his own or move? All right, let's take a look here. So his feelings for you, we do have the Ace of Pentacles, which is interesting. Does he want a reunion or move? Okay. Yeah, we got the Tower card. Did we pull something like this? This feels familiar for some reason, but we got the Tower card, which is being removed out of your life for you, and they are leaving. So um, I feel like they're moving away. This Ace of Pentacles feels like they're looking for new opportunity, and I feel like they're moving away there. Because they're kind of focused in on their own self-worth and their own kind of adventure of seeking out, um, what will make me feel bigger and, you know, not better, but just feels more successful and feel like my life is fuller. So they're on this self-worth kind of focused inward. And with this Tower card, there is this, like I said, that's the someone, something being removed out of our life to make space for something that's more in alignment with our energy, removing an obstacle so that we can move forward and go in a different direction. So, um, I feel like that's, what we have going on there. So, whenever we get a Tower card, I know it's hard when we're, like, losing someone out of our life that our heart was so attached to, but when they're moved out of our life for us, if we could trust trust the universe, trust creator, that when something or someone is removed out of our life, it's always to allow room for an upgrade. So you can trust that. It's like, oh, but if you love that, you're gonna really love what's coming even more. So when we're like, all right, let me look at what inside of me I can work on and raise my own love vibration, raise up my own, you know, um, self worth and self love, then that's going to draw in someone that matches that. So I like that. All right. So that is what they have for you, divine soul. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, lower no light. Hello, my friend. How are you? Oh, yep, your Cash App just came through. My email, anyway. So, hello. Thank you so much for your donation. We will, you'll be up next here. So, free readings we'll step out of for a moment and then we'll return back for more. Yeah, we're only an hour and a half in. So, Lauren, we have one. Oh, look at this 13333. Number of creativity and rebirth. Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, the Empress energy. So, I love it. Hope you're doing well. Let me take a quick sip here and we'll dive in here. So, where's Jake at? Ah, okay. Absolutely. The Trinity. You're in your power. His love so strongly. Where is he coming? When is he coming forward? You feel so redeemed. Oh, I love that. Um, so you haven't done the cord cutting, huh? That's funny. Oops. Oh, you're welcome, Jojo. I love it. Oh, you have. Well, you can if you feel his love. Well, I guess it's if it's not overwhelming, because you could still reach out and sense it. Oh, you're peeking in. Yeah. Okay. Good. 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 We're like, shut that blinds. Shut the blinds. And yeah, you're at peace. Yeah, I figured. Well, he being a peeping Tom. You're like, I'm just curious. Cut it, cut it. All right. I understand completely though. All right. So let's take a look here. And thank you for your donation via Z Cash App. So where's Jake at? Scene. What is the scene? Like a scene. Okay. And the unseen. Okay. And then when is he coming forward? So based on current energies, we'll take a look here. We'll pull a when card over here too. All right, thank you. Cards flying out. Got two. We'll see what this is about here when we get there. All right, so where is he at? Scene first. We got the Spirit of Swords. How many times have we gotten the King of Swords for him? Evidently, he's in his mind. Not a surprise. Mr. Big Thinker, overthinker, right? So he's definitely in his head. We've got the Judgment card. Yeah. So here is the calling, trying to see things from a different perspective, trying to, the butterfly transformational energy. But I feel like they're trying to understand what is this within me. They're trying to understand in what's in their heart with their brain, which doesn't really, to understand our heart, we have to step into our heart and see it from an emotion. Our mind, we can look at our mind things, but it's almost like he's trying to figure out, what is this? Where's my heart drawing me? Well, stop trying to figure it out here. And if you drop into here, you'll do it. But I feel like that's kind of where he's at right now. He's stuck in his head trying to figure out what his heart is trying to say. It's like, it's almost like trying to understand color with mathematics, with math, you know? And it's like, yeah, it's no. So what else we got here too? Yeah, we got the Four of Wands, which of course is a marriage card, right? We gotta just bring that out into the energy, but I feel like that's kind of this whole problem, right? That makes sense, right? It's his heart is like you said, he even said it, your his love is so strong, his heart's like, "No, no," and the mind's like, "Let me figure all this out," and they're like, "Oh my god, he's not listening to me," and the heart, wants to do this, right? There's this energy of going into this, it wants to move forward, it wants union, it wants joy, but the mind is the troublemaker, as always, right? Um, and yeah, and we have the Innocence of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. The mind, and it's funny because it's swords on either side, the Spirit of Swords and the Innocence of Swords. Both that Ace of Swords on both sides, trying to get clarity around what the heart is wanting. And so it just kind of feels like there's, that energy that's in there. Um, Anything else with the scene? I don't think so. Let's look at the unseen here. So below the surface, yeah. Yeah. Well, of course. So we've got the dream come true energy of the emotion and the naked heart, which is it's this card here. It's a unique to this deck here. So let me read it here. It's called Connection, Purpose, and Higher Self. So their naked heart says, I radiate at a pure vibrational level, calling in all that I need at this time to stay in alignment with my path. The universe is highlighting my gifts and asking me to trust myself and my intuition. And I'm going to rephrase it. It says, as I listen, I'm going to change it too. If I listen to what my heart needs, my natural essence comes forth to be nurtured, and I innately connect with my calling and my purpose. The Judgment card. Comparing myself to others does not serve me and will only knock me out of my flow. I was given the exact proportion of amazing, otherwise, I would not exist. My path may not always feel easy, but it will feel right. When I shine bright, I'm the spark to someone else's light, and I inspire others. And the Luna moth on the card whispers to him and says, "You're brave. Fly out of the darkness and into your light." So he's being like nudged, to do this. But I know, but the reversed, meaning the heart disconnect, which I feel was a big important thing of all this, is if you feel disconnected from your heart, which he does, I ask myself, is my ego leading my path instead of my heart? And to that, we would say, duh, yeah, it is. Right. Oh, yeah, I'll have to watch your live. I'll be so proud. I'm proud of you even before. Yeah, he knows you're in his heart. Yeah, literally, right? He knows he's seeing the truth. Well, he's trying to see the truth. I don't feel like he sees it yet. I feel like he's, um, there's this um disconnect, right? That's the disconnect is I'm following my ego and I can't. It's like not to offend anyone, but it's like his his um his head is deaf to his heart, so he's going, "I don't understand what you're trying to say." He doesn't he can't hear. He's suddenly well, because probably his fingers are in his ears. "I don't know what you're saying," So he hasn't heard it yet, but we'll see here. What else below the surface here? Yeah, we got the Heart of Pentacles. So, Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, really focusing in on themselves, trying to nurture their heart. The Ten of Wands is an abundance energy. I do feel like a lot of their energy here is being focused in on the outside world and that which because when the inside world feels unstable, we turn to the outside world to try to find security out there, find something solid. All these things the mind says, right? You should have this and this and this and this and this. Look, focus your energy in that is what the mind is trying to do because it's pointing them to the outside rather than to the inside. Look out here. No, don't look in there. Look out here. Right. So um which is what their mind tends to do. It's been the cycle, right? And then we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, again, 3 times the Ace of Swords is appearing here in the Spirit of Swords, the Innocence of Swords, and the Age of Swords itself. So, really this desire, I really, 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 really wanna see things more clearly, but I'm caught up in my head, and that's when you look through your mind, it's unclear. So he really this naked heart, dropping into the heart is what he needs to do, but he's so afraid of that. So let's see what we got here with these others. So we were wondering when is he coming forward? We did have one card over here. So we have the movement of wands. So when he moves forward, it'll be suddenly out of nowhere, but it'll be from passion, spark, not from emotion, right? So let's see here. We've got two cards. On one side, we have October 13th to October 22nd, which is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is when I step out of my head, out of the Three of Swords, and I'm sleeping on the Ace of Swords. Right? More swords energy. What? But that is Jupiter in Libra, so that's the balance and the Libra energy, of course, rules over the house of relationships, the growth and everything. So it's like based on current energy for this side, it's October 13th. What's on this other side? We have September 12th to October 12th with the Queen of Swords. Oh my God. The Ace of Swords 5 times here now. It all has to do with how fast they balance their head with their heart. And so September 12th to October 12th, it's funny if they balance there. If not, then it's like October 13th to it's funny that one ends October 12th, the other one starts October 13th. to October 22nd. So really September 12th through October 22nd is the coming forward energy, right? Which what is about what 5? We're in April, right? Yeah, April. So that's 5 months, less than 5 months, right? But they definitely have to get out of their head and into their heart with all of this energy that we were getting here. So, my goodness. We also tonight we have the talisman oracle. So since your donation was $5 plus, you do get a talisman oracle. And we'll see what comes through in that here for you too. You are renewed. Yeah, he does love you. He just the heart is being held captive by the mind. Such a strong overlord over their life. Let's see here. So what else can we know? What else would you like Lauren to know about this? Okay. What talisman would you like to give her? This one? Yay. I like it. So you got the star, success. Let's see if I can do this where it doesn't have so much glare. So let's take a look here. So you've planted the seeds of success, and the stars are in your favor, gently guiding your way forward. Trust that through the storms and heavy rain, this seed will grow and prosper. Forget the feelings of doubt. You're about to achieve significant accomplishments, and it's been you alone who has done all the work, right? This is a well deserved success, and when the victory comes, it cannot be taken away. So, this energy of this talisman brings great optimism for the future of any given project or issue. Use this energy with a specific subject in mind. Look at the little sprout on the card. Here, I'll put it back up here so you can see the little sprout. Hey, little sprout. Is that going to be his new nickname? um, so look at the little sprout in the card. It's deriving its energy from the star above. It is written in the sky that the small plant will flourish, and it's up to you to nurture and patiently await its blooms. And your affirmation is, my efforts are fruitful. So, does he take action or do I take action eventually? I feel like that answers you, right? Have patience. Um, Right? Because it says it will flourish. It's up to you to nurture, but patiently await its blooms. So you have to wait for it to bloom. It's up to him because you are the one that always kept going back and being there and being there and being there and, reaching out and supporting. And it's up to you to go dark, you know, go dark. Um, disconnect, focus all your energy on your growth, your next steps, where you're going, and it's up to them to experience the void that is left when you're not giving them energy, giving them support, giving them all that stuff because, when someone says, you know, it's like, all right, well, you don't you don't get to cancel your membership and still get to have all the benefits of the club, right? It's like, nope, you're cut off from all that. Oh, what? Wait a minute. No, that's the way it works, you know? So, interesting. So, I feel like that is what they have. Boom, boom, boom. I know, right? So it's good to it's refreshing because I feel like evidently we're not done. There's this one little extra thing because when we are able to have this time away to, like you said, you're renewed, you're stepping back into your power, and we're realizing how we can lose ourselves in relationship, right? Where we feel like they're my life when no, I'm my life, inward and upward. That's my life, but I'm going to share my life with someone. But we tend as humans, especially if we're overgivers, right? We start to go into making them our life instead of and some of the what we're feeling that such not desperation. Well, it is kind of a desperation energy that we get, but it's like this when it leaves such a hole in our life, it's because they started to become our life. And when we're like, that's good to know going forward, is to maintain my boundaries, that I'm not giving away land of my empire to someone else, and I'm not taking any of their land. We're trading across borders, and we have a partnership, and we have a union of two empires that are joined in a treaty, and we're going to support one another. It's like we're allies, you know, but I'm not giving my country to you and giving you land. I'm maintaining my land, you're maintaining your land, and we, share trade across the borders. That's funny how they did that. But so I like that because this time will give you time to really let that cement dry before like a cat he's the cat, right? Runs across and leaves his footprint across your wonderful cement driveway. It's like I'm letting the cement dry in my solidity, then it'll be a different type of relationship going forward. You'll have a solid foundation, and it's giving you time to have that foundation dry. And he needs to, do what he needs to do for him to become aware, right? So I like that. I know you get all that. So you know it all up here and it's dropping all in here, right? All right. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation. Let me make a note here. I've started following your channel for that. I should have got notified, but I didn't. I'll have to make sure the settings right. Let's see if my little pencil will work here. So I'll put that over here so I won't not look at my little Post-it note. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. That'll be just perfect. Easy breezy. So thank you, my dear. I look forward to watching your podcast. Yeah, and um yeah, and if anyone wants to check it out, so I don't have you can't put your links in our chat, I don't think. But if you send it to me, should be able to grab it and I can share it on my channel too if anyone's interested in checking out one of our Zen friends new podcast. Um, some great information in the big one that came out. You have more you must have put out too. All right. I'll have to go check them. All right. And then I did want to do a shout out to Michelle Smith. Thank you, Michelle, for your just because donation. I appreciate that. Um, it always just makes me feel a little warm inside when I just get donations just because. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful and many blessings to you. May you get uh, multiplied back a hundredfold or more, at least a hundredfold. So thank you so much. Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll put a little note on when I pin the comment too. I like to give shout outs. So thank you. All right. I think that was it for donations that came in here. So we'll return back to the free readings. So we've got Sonia is up 155.29. So Sonia, sister of Anshul, Starseed. Here's your timestamp. So welcome, welcome. Thanks for being new to my channel and for your becoming a subscriber. So you feel connected to me. Oh, thank you so much. Well, I'm going to connect with you right now. I'm going to feel your energy and I'm excited to see what we have here for you. You'd like to answer the question is Christ University in Delhi good for you? Where does your future lie? All right, let's see here. Clarity on your career. All right, so let's take a look here. So we've got this one, and I feel like we got these two as well. So, first of all, is Christ University Delhi good for you? You have the Spirit of Cups. So the spirit of love. Well, there you go, right? But it is very compatible for you. The Spirit of Cups, the King of Cups in the original tarot, is an energy of balancing the head and the heart. And it is a great energy of like it's one of my cards that comes in for something that's very compatible. So it fits you very well, it feels here. It is Scorpio energy. It has a little Scorpio symbol on here, which does represent kind of a death and rebirth. It allows you to see things differently, cut away some old ways of thinking, some old emotions. So it's transformative that's there. So that seems like that is a positive energy that you experience there. Um, and then where does your future lie? Clarity on your career. So these two came through. Yeah, you have the Justice card and the Star card. Wow. So you got two major arcana here. Now, this is Libra energy. Both of these are air energy. This is Aquarius energy. So, you know, for your career, there is a message here about with this Ace of Swords, you're able to see things more clearly when you see it from a place up above, right? And this is what the balancing scales are. On one side of the scale, we're given a lot of human thinking, human stories, human opinion, supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, any kind of words like that of expectations. Those are small t truths rooted in fear, right? So those we're inundated with in the beginning. That's one side of the scale, just right. The other side of the scale is the wisdom and the connection we have to the upper world, right? The capital T truths rooted in unconditional love. And the star card with Aquarius energy, that's like the mental dream come true, which comes from a lot of this thinking, right? So you have a lot of clarity coming in here around what is your dream come true. And it's about you're going in this journey of questioning your your what this dream is. And you're really getting in tune with the heart. What's my heart's dream? And so it's like what I'm getting here is this you have a lot of what your dream is like someone else's dream for you. And this is bringing a lot of clarity because it's allowing you to balance between your head and your heart, which I feel like there's a lot of, um, influence of people wanting us to, be, you know, um, be certain, you do this, you should do this, you need to do this, you must do this, instead of like stepping into our heart. And it's funny that, with all the Christ energy here, I was just saw a meme this morning and that talked about how, Christ wasn't trying to dis what is it? Define like Christianity, and Buddha wasn't trying to define Buddhism, and Muhammad wasn't trying to define, he's Muslim, right? Um, that it's they were all trying to teach people the experience from the heart with the creator, but then the followers are the ones that try to define, and restrict, and through our humanness, which is what our humanness does, we try to, define everything. When the human gets involved, we tend to screw it up, right? We tend to, put all the rules, and where Christ's heart was about, you know, even that what his disciples asked, "What's the greatest commandment of all?" Because we need to know which one's the most important. And he was like, "Love." Pretty much, right? Love yourself, love creator, love others as you love yourself. Love. That's the biggest commandment. Not need to do this, need to do that, should do this, don't do that, blah, blah, blah. That was a man getting involved again, right? And but Christ was all about love. And I feel like this is what's coming in here is you're getting out of your mind of a lot of what the career should be. And I feel like you're going to be opening up to your heart and seeing where your heart is leading you, not where the fear of letting people down, the fear of letting God down. Creator has no expectations. The creator's love for you is eternal and unconditional, right? No conditions, not even one. There's nothing you can do to earn it, nothing you can do to lose it because you already have 100% of it. Now it's more, instead of feeling like you're going to a playground that there's a certain order everything has to be done in, the creator has brought you to this playground to learn and to grow and to experience, not to obey, not to fear punishment, but to live this beautiful love in your heart, letting it fill you up and overflowing out to the world in your own special, unique way. There's no supposed to. There's no wrong choice. There's no right choice. Just different choices that bring you different experiences. And I feel here with this Aquarius star card energy, it's like the old ways don't work anymore. We need new ways for what's coming on the earth. And this is the age of Aquarius. And so there is this, you know, movement, of your heart and not of the mind. So hopefully that helps a little bit there. That's what they have for you, Sonia, and welcome. Good to see you. All right, let's see here. We have Trivia in the house. Hey, Trivia, good to see you. And let's take a look here. You hope it's not too much. I see your free reading here. Hey, welcome. Come back from front. All right, let's take a look here. Free readings are just like 2 card readings, so I'll get as much as I can for you with all that in the couple cards that will come out. So I'll definitely put you on the free list here. You have like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 people in front of you right now. If I get any donations, I do step out of out of the free readings to complete those, but you have 9 free readings in front. Right, you're very welcome. All right. So, Lotus of Serendipity, your 20341 is for yours. Boop, boop, boop. And nice to see you too. Welcome, welcome. I am doing well. I hope you're well as well. So, a message from Goddess Hecate. All right, let's take a look here. Get to connect with her energy. All right. Wow. I love this. You've got the 6 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. This is great energy. It's very balanced energy. It's an energy of you're on a beautiful path for what you're wanting to experience. You're right in line, right? It's like the airplane you're pulling up to and they're just going, "Yep, you're good." They're not telling you to go to the left or the right. They're like, "Just keep going forward." You're in the perfect parallel here. And with this here, it's an interesting combo because the 6 of Cups for me is the energy that's coming through is the past life and other life experience energy, emotion below the surface. 6 of Pentacles for me is also, it's where we go and look at our, like the subconscious realm where your emotional inner child actually rules, and where they have the rate of exchange of our worth, how much we feel we have to give to be able to receive. And it's usually in the beginning way out of balance, 1,000 to 1 kind of energy where we feel we have to give 1,000 love coins to get 1 love coin back. This is all taking you down into, and it's, I love it that it's Hecate because she, does have access to the underworld and to the magic and to taking you and guiding you through this wonderful emotional underworld in a way where she'll show you the path to the Akashic records. I feel like part of your gift is connecting to past lives and other lives and knowing the stories for yourself and others. Um, and I do feel like there's something to kind of maybe review with your inner child around, any kind of overgiving energy that you have where you feel you have to give so much to deserve so little. One of my podcast series, it's the one before this one, called, it's actually Abundance Where It Be, talks about the 6 of Pentacles. So if that resonates, you wanna dive more into that, I recommend checking that out. It's a free podcast. It's the links down in the description area, and, it would be adventure 14, I believe, which is I know it's called Abundance Where It Be, so if you look for that one, you can click on it. So, I feel like that's what she's wanting to, tell you there. So you're on the, keep going. She's guiding you, and you can ask her to help guide you through the emotional underworld, to the Akashic records and, hanging out with your emotional inner child who's down there too. You'll meet him along the path. So would that be the Tin Man along the yellow brick road? I've been all about the Disney, not Disney, Wizard of Oz, lately. So that's popped in. So that's what they have for you, Lotus. So many blessings to you. And then Ascending Universal Butterfly, you are up. So let's grab yours. It's 20732. Thank you again for your wonderful mentioning the thumbs up and all the little work and little words that you're giving for everyone. So thank you. I appreciate that. I did have a good weekend. Got a lot done. Done. I started walking again on Monday, Tuesday. Wednesdays are my rest day. I don't want to overdo it. Go back after not walking for 2 weeks and then hurt myself again. So, doing good. Feeling really good. I hope you're doing well. How are you? All right. Yeah, I have my hot oh, yeah, thank you. Cheers. Have my hot coffee ready. All right. So you'd like a general from your guides and angels. Let's see what we have here. Okay. So you got the movement of cups and the ace of pentacles. So I like that. The knight of cups is like, all knights have a quest. This quest is on the quest for the Holy Grail, the ace of cups. And you've got the ace of pentacles too. So I like this. I feel like the message here has been we're all on a quest for our self-love, right? We come from a place knowing we're fully perfect and unconditionally loved. We're eternal beings. We come down. This is one expression that we come down to as a human, and we have tons, billions of other expressions as other humans, as other beings, other elements, animals, whatever, across, all the universes, all the different dimensions and frequencies and all this, right? We come down here to discover more about who we are by experiencing what we're not, right? So there is this wonderful energy here of you're on this journey, you're on this discovering more about your self-love. The Ace of Pentacles is like this energy that you have like a new way of looking at your worth. You have discovered a new way of looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world, in that you're not defining yourself by the outside world. You're going inward and upward, defining yourself by this self-love. So part of your message from spirit is kudos, high five, they think highly of us anyway, but they're just like, wow, look what you've done. They're celebrating it. And then also they're like, and you think this is wonderful. You do have like an ascending universal butterfly, you have more ascending to do, more awareness. And it's not so much that you're becoming something more, you're just remembering who you are by burning away that which is not you, which is not true to your capital T, true you. You're burning away the small t truths that were paper mache that were given to you growing up, going, here, this is who you are. And you're like, oh, okay. We don't know any better. Then after a while, we're like, this isn't me. Throw it in the fire. You're like, I am going to be true to who I am. So I feel like that is what they're saying here, and that you are, celebrate how far you've come. Know that we're always on this adventure to try to understand who we are by experiencing what we're not. But we're a perfect mountain. We come down here and we have all these other experiences to appear at different vibrations, different elevations of this mountain, to walk around, to understand ourselves more. So I love that. So I feel like that's what they have for you. So many blessings, ascending universal butterfly. Hey, Jojo. Welcome. Thank you for your additional donation. As soon as I see your question, we'll jump over there to you. Till then, I'll continue with free readings here. So Maria, 21139, thank you for your multiple donations earlier as well. So for your free question, have a general for you and work for love and work. All right, let's take a look here. So what about love and what about work? All right. So for love, we got the 10 of Wands energy. So this is a message of just be aware of where you're investing your energy, because um, there's a lot of growth energy right now with all this Aries energy. So watch your temper and understand that other people's tempers are also very inflamed, and that so be aware of that. Number one. Number two, it's be aware of where you're investing your energy. Always a great reminder, right? Am I investing on what I love and what I'm grateful for, or what I hate and what I feel is missing? Because whatever I focus on with all this expansive energy going on will expand very big. So, especially around emotions, Jupiter is in Cancer, which is the emotional energy. And then also, the moon is in Cancer today. So, emotions are really big today. So, yeah, you absolutely can. You can donate, sure. For work, yeah, you've got the Three of Cups and the Fool card. Well, you got this joyful new beginning kind of coming here. And this is about the tribe, letting go of expectations around the tribe and the coworkers. Focus on joy. But there is this joyful event. The Fool card is, letting go of old expectations, the ending of an old cycle, a beginning of a new adventure that brings you joy. So I feel like that's what's coming here. And I feel like you'll be happy with whatever's coming forward. So I like that. Right. So that's what they have for you, Maria. So many blessings to you. And Jojo, you said yes. Yes. All right. We'll continue here on free readings. Got Essence of Ethereal Serenity 214. So Essence, here is your timestamp. So you missed you. Missed you too. Yeah, I had noticed your other partners in love, Lotus and Ascending. You guys kind of usually show up together. And I was like, I wonder where you were at. So I'm glad you're fine and you're back. So you'd like a message from your angels. All right, let's take a look here. All right, boom. What else? Well, it looks like you were in hermit mode, huh? Oh wow. Yeah. So yeah, you definitely let me see if I can hold these up together. So you've got the Three of Cups. This one is it's joy and celebration, but it also represents your spiritual posse. And the Nine of Pentacles is an energy of kind of being pocketed away and with spirit. So the pink flamingo, which is beautiful in this card, represents spirit. And so there's this time away with spirit. And it's like I feel like you have been, but if you haven't been, I feel like this is just more invitations of stepping away spirit, because With the 9, again, hermit energy, 9 of swords, this is about nightmare and insomnia energy. It's letting go of expectations, freedom, ending of some expectations and supposed to be's and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you're letting go of. And I feel like even with this, you might be having nightmares or very intense dreams that people can perceive as nightmares. And, there is this wonderful, it's like they're bringing reason why it's such an intense dream is there's something that they're wanting to help bring forward to have it be removed so it stops impacting your day-to-day life. And so I feel like there is this kind of pocket in a way, this, support group of all your spiritual posse coming in, and that your dreams are not meant to, create fear, but to bring clarity and to have you remember it when you woke up. Because if it's just a regular dream, we forget. If it's a, "Oh my god, an elephant was doing a tightrope while juggling flaming batons," you're gonna wake up and go, "What the heck was that?" And you're gonna remember that because it's so bizarre and so extreme. If it was a regular dream, you might wake up and go, "I know I dreamt, I forget what I dreamt though," but I feel like they're bringing you through a lot of messages right now. Um in your dream time and in this silence and alone time, if you step back, they're bringing you a lot of clarity. So I like that for you. Right, so that's what they have for you. Essence of ethereal serenity. Many blessings to you. Good to see you. All right, so I did get through my 2 additional donations here, so let me grab those here and step it back into those. So for free readings, just let everyone know I've only got like a handful left. I got Cat Mia up next, Little Pink Pearl, Rose Crump, Angelic, Rover, Livieva Gara, and then Trivia is where we're at. So once I return back to donation free readings, that's where we'll head there. So Jojo 21736 is your second timestamp. There's both of them there. Let's give that a love and a like. So thank you for those. So your question is, where did I lose my ring? It suddenly disappeared from your finger. Whoa. Cheers. Cheers to you. Maybe I was going to say maybe the girl from the ring took it, right? After that meme you sent me. The giant rabbit. All right, let's take a look here. So where did you lose your ring? Can you guide us on where it is here? All right. Looks like you were rushing somewhere, the 8 of Wands. That's like the gazelle. You were like, going, 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 going. Rush, 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 rush. So you were doing something very fast, um, whatever this was. We have the Ace of Cups. Looks here, the goblet is standing out. Were you washing something? Let me see here. You have the Spirit of Wands, which you had this card, um, for when you were at your audition. So I don't know if you were rushing. Do you remember when it disappeared? Was it at the audition? Because this Ace of Cups, it feels like water. It feels like cleaning a cup. It feels like cleaning up. Is there something that was spilt, or were you washing something? Because it feels like for some reason, that hand was wet that allowed it to slip off. It was like yesterday. So there was something here. Um, Around washing. Let's see what else we have here. You got the Spirit of Cups. So spirit, here's spirit of water, spirit of fire and water, hot water. Let's see what else we got here. The Queen of Swords. Well, so here's this balance between head and heart, balance between head and heart, divine counterparts. and the Magician. Yeah, we've got this. You've got everything you need. Perfect compatible energy, calmness afterwards. But there is this head and heart balance, energy coming in. But the Magician card is this: you have everything you need to find it. You have everything you need to find it. Yeah, but I do feel here with all this water energy that there's a lot has to do with like I feel like your hand was wet. But I did immediately saw like you were washing your hands or washing a cup or you were cleaning up something. And I don't know if you were cleaning something with a rag, you might look and see if it got caught on it or if it's with that as well. So, hmm, check the kitchen. Yeah, check the kitchen. Could be there. But that's immediately what I saw with the Ace of Cups. So I'm gonna leave it with that there. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in too. See if they'll tell anything. Yeah, your perfect compatible partner. It's like both of these. It's like something that fits like a glove, right? Literally, it's a ring. So this is growth. I challenge myself to step outside of my comfort zone as I travel on the road to growth and illumination. I feel like it's important. You're speaking about new ring anyway. Um, turn on all the lights in the kitchen, not just one. I feel like as I'm falling off my chair, I feel like you need to look at all the lights. I mean, turn on all the lights because I feel like if you turn on all the lights, you'll be like, oh, you'll see it like gleam in the from the light, but you have to turn on all the lights to see it. So you're like, it's okay. It's an opportunity for a new one. So hopefully that helps. That's what they got for you, my dear. All righty. So many blessings. Sleep well when you eventually sleep. All right. So Maria P, thank you so much for your additional donation. This is for 4. My goodness, look at that. There you go. So let's take a look here. So, what did Dr. Bob and whoever read your 2 questions you answer for your interviews think? Wait, there's 2 cards. There must have been 2 people that looked at it. You're welcome, Jojo. Did you answer better than the others? Dr. Laura's thoughts on you. What's coming for you and Wally tomorrow? And a message from Spirit. Good night, Jojo. All right. So Dr. Bob, 8 of Cups. And the other person, 4 of Wands. So the other person, whoever was the other person that read it, 4 of Wands is joy, celebration. So they liked how you answered the questions. Dr. Bob, I feel like he liked what you wrote, but with the 8 of Cups, that's walking away from emotion that doesn't serve you. And I feel like he was like, "You answered it the way you thought that I would wanna hear it, rather than from your heart." It kind of feels like that. Like he thought that. He goes, "This doesn't sound like the Maria I know." He was like, "This sounds like you were in your head about how should I answer this instead of let me answer like from my heart kind of energy." He's like, "Where's the Maria heart that's in there? Usually in there, right?" So I feel like that's that's what he felt. Not in a bad way. He's just like, "Where's the Maria in there?" Um, did you answer better than the others? We have the Fool card. I like that you answered it differently than the others because the Fool card is Uranus, Aquarius kind of energy, which means odd. I'm an Aquarius sun, so different. You answered it in a different way, which they liked because it wasn't just, um I feel like, um yeah, it was different. Even though Doctor Bob was like, "Where's your heart in it?" I feel like you were answering it the way you thought I wanted to, but he still felt and the other person felt your answers were still unique, and they liked that. Um, Dr. Laura's thoughts on you? Yep, the universe. Time to fire you. No, I'm just kidding. The universe is a world card. You're the world card is a victory, is a celebration energy. Time for an ending of an old cycle, the beginning of a new adventure. So I feel like you know, she's wanting, you've reached a certain point and she's ready to watch you grow even more. What's coming for you and Wally tomorrow? Got the 5 of Pentacles. So you've got this fear of abandonment, being left behind, being left out in the cold, not having enough, not being enough. So energy right now feels like argument or something that makes you both kind of feel small and less than. So, all the warnings we've been giving around conflict, if you do be aware of that and make different choices, then again, not focusing on lack and expectations, but focusing on gratitude, you can switch that though, because number 5 of change says that. And then messages from spirit. Yep. You got the magician. You already have everything you need inside of you. The magician is you don't need to become anything more. You don't need someone to make you whole. You already hold everything within you. You're a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. You're powerful. You don't need anything. It doesn't mean we don't want stuff from the outside world, but we don't need it to be whole and complete. And that's what they're saying here is you already have everything within you. Everything that comes forward is above and beyond extra. So they're kind of pointing you to you, which I like. So that is what they have there. Let me grab your fortune cookie here. And you have welcome. It says, when I dream, I invite limitless magic. There you are, the magician, into my life, and I welcome my spirit guides to show up in wondrous and unexpected ways. So, this is about your dream world. So, you can invite before you go to sleep, say, "Spirit guides, come visit me," and they will. Right. So, that's what they have for you, Maria. Thank you again for your donations. Many blessings to you. Hey, Alice. Good to see you. Hello, hello. I think you're up next. Let me just make sure nothing else came in. Yep. No, we're good. So, Alice, your timestamp is 2:29:11. So, there you are. So, thank you for the popcorn and your donation. So, we want to know, how has Kyle been thinking and feeling about you recently? How does he feel about your text you sent today? And will he respond? Call you. All right. Cheers, cheers. Let's take a look here. So, thinking, feeling, and then how does he feel about your text sent today? And will he respond or call you? All right. Yeah, we got a little bit of 2 of Pentacles energy on the bottom of the deck here, and that is about a balanced energy. It's also repeating cycle energy. I don't know if I held it up there long enough. There's this. green and then red, green, like red stop, green go, red stop, green go, right? Back and forth energy. Just feels like repeating cycle energy, kind of flown below the surface. What has he been thinking about you lately? We have the 10 of Pentacles, oh, and the 3 of Swords. So he has been thinking about the relationship and then also the disappointments, expectations equal disappointment, the heartbreak, that's the, like I said, disappointment energy. So their mind has been thinking about the expectations and how they haven't been having some disappointments. And of course, projecting if I've been having disappointments, and surely you have disappointments on me as well. And, thinking around that. So that mind that takes them off into all that, you know, big long list of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's. It's been really in that around the expectations that he has around relationship, but the disappointment around it. Um, whoops, almost threw the card off the desk here. And then feelings. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. So, in between, we've got let me see if I can do this. We'll do it this way first. So we do have the 5 of Cups, which is some sorrow, lower vibrational emotional energy, probably coming from that disappointment energy. The 6 of Cups is also an energy of, you know, returning, I don't know this returning from the past. But we've got the Lover's card, below there. So the feelings of, there's love there. Again, the heart is also focused on relationship. You have the 10 of Pentacles. The mind is thinking about relationship. Disappointments. The heart is thinking about relationships, but looking at sorrow and lower vibrational emotions around relationship. And is that going to transform into a 6 of Cups, a more balanced emotional energy? So, kind of this, is it going to energy? And I the big piece of energy that I feel around it is like I'm in contemplation. I'm reviewing. I'm, dare I say, judging, the relationship and the interaction. It's like now it's going before the jury to decide, right? Kind of energy. Which means are they going to make a decision, on staying or going, or um like what is the ultimate outcome they feel is headed towards the relationship. So they're really analyzing it right now. How does he feel about the text you sent today? We have the Heart of Swords, really balanced. Heart of Swords is, balanced between the head and the heart. So they're kind of weighing it out, weighing it out. Feelings, I mean, this is Libra energy around relationship energy. So it's a lot of clarity around relationship and trying to balance it out. But I just feel like they're torn is I guess a good word to say about it, because it's like this other energy, it fits right in with it. I feel torn between what my mind is analyzing, thinking about it, and what my heart is feeling about it. And this is kind of torn between the two. Will he respond and call you? We had the 7 of Wands. I feel like that's a yes. 7 of Wands is shining bright, fiery energy. Um, I feel like they'll react, not respond with this fire, the hissing cat on it. Right. But I feel like they're like, I gotta be me. I gotta stand up. I'm not gonna dim my light for anyone. I'm not gonna ask permission to shine. I'm gonna be myself. And I feel like the text, if your intentions were to get a reaction out of them, I feel like they'll react, but in the way they want to and in their timing. Like, they're still gonna be, feeling like I'm the one that gets to decide stuff, right? So, it just kind of feels that way. So I do feel like they will, and they'll get a reaction, but I don't feel like you're gonna get the reaction you were wanting. I feel like they're just gonna react, with, "I need to be me, I need to be able to do what I want," and, um you know, just being their regular selves. I don't feel like it's gonna alter their behavior any than what we have been, receiving from them. So, hopefully that helps. Let's see what your fortune cookie says here. Alice, you're funny. You're laughing. Yeah, explore. I explore new horizons as I follow my passion. Now's the time to move forward, right? Explore. You told them you're available until 10 p.m. and a stop at 10:30. Will he call you by then? I'll do a quick Let me do a quick card here for you. Well, you have the 10 of swords. 10. 10 of swords is, I don't know if he's going to call. I feel like it'll be more texting. With the 10 of swords, it's communication, but I feel like it's writing. They're going to respond to you unexpectedly, no expectations. So I feel like it won't be by your expected time, but I feel like he'll text you instead. Yeah. Right. So that's what they have for you, Alice. Right. Hey, Ravit. Good to see you. I see your free question. We'll get you on the free question list here. I think that's all that came in here. Oh, Alice, thank you for your additional donation there. Take a quick sip here. Cheers, cheers, everybody. All right. So since I see your question, Alice, I'll jump down to you, but just for the sake of time, for Cat Mia, we'll jump over to that free reading. So Cat Mia, 23729 is yours. And you want to know how accurate will time strategy be on your percentage after you work in it for betterment? All right, let's take a look here. Based on current energies, how accurate will it be? Got the movement of cups. So you got the Knight of Cups and the Four of Wands, joy. So I feel like it's going to be, that's funny that you'll be happy with the accuracy of it. And the movement of cups is like it is a I felt they heard this is good enough. Like it doesn't need to be perfect, but it feels like it's good enough and you're happy with it with the Four of Wands. You're like, that's enough. That's close enough. Um, so that'll be good. I feel like it's close, like I said, close enough where you're happy with it is the energy that came through. So hopefully that helps, Cat Mia. That's what they have for you, short and sweet. All right. So Alice, I see your question. We got 238.45 for number 2. So thank you for your additional donation and more popcorn. I'm going to turn into a giant popcorn kernel, right? So, interesting. Why is he delaying his response? Is it because I decline his calls so much? Let's take a look here. So, why is he delaying in his response? Let's take a look here. That underneath. Is it in reaction to your declining here? Well, we'll see here. Let's see here. We got the Sky Father, the Emperor card. It's a little bit of, this is Aries. You know how I was talking about I'm like the 7 of Wands when I said um I'm the one who gets to make the decisions. I feel like this Emperor energy is what's kind of coming in here. And they're going off of this, and we have Aries energy. We have so much Aries energy that I'm heated. I'm going to wait till I balance out, but I'm also going to make sure here. Well, that is kind of like the King of Wands, Emperor energy is. I don't wanna be someone who if I send something now or talk now, it's gonna be heated, and I need to calm down and wind down first. Then I'll do it, but it's after the time, and you said you're only available to that time, so rather than calling you, then I'll text you, and you can look at it whenever you're ready, kind of going on there. We do have the Heart of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. So this is a lot of mother nature, mother nurture, joy energy, and that's what I feel like they're wanting to get into a happier place and they're taking care of themselves. They have the Heart of Cups underneath that with the Queen of Cups energy here. So there's a lot of nurturing and emotional energy here. Let me see what this is about. Yeah, we got the High Priestess again. So here's this energy in this Tower card. Lightning strike. Um, so that is that kind of that fire, energy coming down and not wanting to strike things yet. And the High Priestess is stepping back and reviewing things. So I feel like they're thinking about things and dealing with whatever this stuff has happened. And I feel like there's a lot been going on today, and they're just like in this kind of tired, cranky mood. And they're like, I'm not in the mood to talk in with anyone or argue or have discussions or have to like try to bring up a false, presence. I'm just tired, is what I feel. So I feel like they're waiting because of that. I don't feel here the will because this last two cards were, does he decline because is he calling late because you decline his calls? um I don't know if that necessarily comes through here. Is I feel like there's more below the surface with that High Priestess energy because she's the revealer of things. um I feel like that's one of a lot of stuff that's on their plate and on their, you know, their mind and stuff, but I feel like it's not the primary reason or a substantial reason for it. Um, but I do feel like it makes them, because we on the bottom of the deck we do have the Sage, which allows them to see things from a different perspective and kind of that mother nature, mother nurture. They're like, you decline me when it's not convenient for you, so I can decline to do things within certain periods when it's not fitting for me too. So it's not like they're retaliating as much as it makes them go, I'll do it when I can, just like you answer your call when you can. So that just means it's okay for me too to do what I want when I want. That's their mindset, if that makes sense. So hopefully that helps. Let's see what your fortune cookie says here too. Anything else we can know? Vulnerability. I allow myself to be vulnerable and honor my inner grace, wisdom, and beauty. It's a good card here, but I feel like this vulnerability is I need to have my full strength and need to have my wits around me when I communicate a little bit too there. I don't want to be vulnerable. I need to be strong when I talk to you or interact with you, not vulnerable. So I feel like that's part of that we were talking about. I need to be in a different place emotionally because I feel vulnerable right now with just tired and, all that uh, kind of energy that he has going on. So hopefully that helps, my dear. That is what they have for you. Thank you again for your donation. All right, we have plate of spaghetti. Hello, hello. Good to see you. We'll get you on the free list here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's see what we have here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven people on the free list. So right now, plate of spaghetti, you're at number 7. All right. So we will jump back into free readings. We got Little Pink Pearl at 2:45:15. Oop, there we go. And you want to know, what can the universe reveal about your career life the next 4 months? Any highlight event is going to come to the surface, right? Over the next 4 months. What would you like a little bit to know here? All right. Boom, boom, boom. You got three cards. You got the Six of Pentacles coming in here. You do have the Movement of Swords, Knight of Swords energy. And you have the Strength card, Leo energy, kind of this courage to step forward. I feel like here with career, like it's not like an event like happening in the outside world that triggers things, but I feel like it's a change of mindset. The Knight of Swords is you're on a quest to see things more clearly. With the Six of Pentacles, there is this like balance, and I feel like you're becoming aware here of an out of balanceness that you have in your rate of exchange on what your inner child believes that you have to give in order to receive. And it's like you have to give 1,000 success coins to get one back. And there is this change that starts there, both of the story that you have, but also your inner emotional child. And there's this kind of like the inner emotional child is changing, where you're helping them. You're bringing it to the surface. You're bringing it from the subconscious world to the conscious world to balance it from 1,000 to 1 to 1 to 1, which allows change to come in. But I feel like with this Leo energy, that you're also looking at getting cleared about what you want to do in this new path you want to head off on. And there is this change of like you're courageous, you step forward, you go in a different direction, and because you're making that step forward, that's what draws the energy towards you. Because when our fears outweigh this ugly feeling of not living up to our dreams, we don't act because the fears are too much. When the ugly feeling of not being true to our authentic dream outweighs the fears, then we act. And I feel like that's what's coming in here, because you're letting go of some of this old belief as well around what you're, you know, worthy to receive or not. If you want to find out more about that Six of Pentacles, my last podcast series before, podcast episode before this one, I think it was number 14, which is Abundance Where It Be. We talk about the Six of Pentacles, and it talks about the energies and the city gates that are ruled by our little inner child, where even if we're drawing opportunities to the city gates, if our inner child doesn't feel we deserve it yet, they keep it closed till we do. We hit that 1,000 coins, it opens it up, allows stuff in, then it resets to zero, it closes the gates back up again. So there's some good release energy, and that's all free. If you want to check that out, it's another resource. So that's what they have for you, little pink pearl. Hopefully that helps. But I feel like that's what brings the change, and then you initiate the change. The change doesn't just come out of nowhere. It's you going, I'm ready for this new thing. Okay. Right. So many blessings to you. And then we have Rose Crump. You are up at 2:48:55. So Rose, here is your timestamp. So yeah, thank you for your well wishes for everyone. We hope you are well as well. So you'd love a message on love and relationship. All right, let me take a quick sip here. Cheers, cheers to you. I'm getting a little parched. All right. So love and relationship. Boom, boom. So yeah, I feel here we have the Tower card coming in, and the Tower card is a message saying, these relationships that got blasted out of your life happened on purpose, for purpose, to make space for something that's more in alignment with who you are and where you want to go, like your soul, where it wants to lead it. So remove some obstacles. These towers were, these tower moments, these stepping stones, these relationships that you had that ended were for you, as we were for them, learning things about yourself so that you could be free from it. And the 10 of swords is about letting go of expectations, right? It's an endings energy and going, I'm sick and tired of trying to live up to what everyone else is telling me a relationship is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, who they're supposed to be, what they're supposed to bring into a relationship, how it's supposed to start, how it's supposed to continue, where is it supposed to end, what is it supposed to bring me, what am I supposed to put into it, who am I supposed to be? It's like exhausting, right? And that's why this poor little rat in bed, he's just exhausted from trying to live up to all these expectations. And expectations do suck the life out of relationships. And so, this tower moments, these stepping stones of relationships that you had are showing you the expectations that you have and why. And because when we start focusing in on what a relationship is not being, all those expectations, we start not focusing on what it is, we focus on what it's not. We focus on the lack. And when we focus on the lack, we get more lack. And it just sucks the life out of that relationship. Something that you might have been learning and growing through all this is an opportunity to go, my next relationship, instead of focusing on what's not happening, I'm going to do my best to try to get rid of as many expectations out of my head as I can and focus in on what I'm grateful for. And most of my energy will be focused on what am I grateful for, not the expectations or trying to get rid of them. Because the more you focus on them, the more energy you give them, right? But, the ones that bug you are the ones that you wanna really look at because those are the ones that are gonna suck the life out of the relationship. So, I feel like this is what they have for you, around relationships and love right now. You're kind of in this pocket of learning and growing and reflection. See, why did I want these relationships to happen for me? What did I learn through them? What did I glean from them? Because it's gonna help free me so that my next relationship is a higher vibration. Because if we continue to do what we've always done, guess what? We get what we always got, right? So, I like this freedom that's coming in, this awareness, but you're in this pocket of reflection so that you don't, keep repeating the same thing because 'cause you're done with that, right? Alright, so that's what they have for you, Rose. Many blessings to you. And we have Angelic Rover, 252:38. So, Angelic Rover, here is your timestamp. Boom, boom. So, what can you know more about your future life partner? All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what else we can find out on the scavenger hunt of who this person is, or what kind of personality, or what. Well, we do have the Heart of Cups, the Queen of Cups. So, someone who's very, uh, like, nurturing. They have a nurturing energy, a lot of water. Like, it's the Queen of Cups, meaning the queen rules over emotional, suit of cups with the king, but all queens get a second portion of cups, meaning they're the master of emotion. So even though they're a very emotional person, they might even be, this is Cancer energy, but it could also, that could be a water sign, but they're not so emotional that they're emotionally unstable. But they have emotions, they share emotions. They're in tune a lot with their self-love. So I like that for you. We also have the 10 of Wands, which is an energy of, it's like, oh, I'm getting into so much stuff. Hold on. So we've got this, a lot of energy. So 10 of Wands is, a lot of passion, a lot of energy, which I love that for you with a very emotional person. They're also very passionate. That's a great combo, right? But it's also about action and movement. They're very much go, 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 go. Got a ton of energy. And they make things happen. It's a very abundant energy. Um, And I like that. It can be a burden energy with the 10 of Wands, but with all of this Heart of Cups, this Queen of Cups energy, feels like they don't burden themselves. Like their energy doesn't come from, you know, trying to achieve and make people love them or achieve things to define their worth in a different way. This feels like an energy of, um, just like a natural high kind of thing, where some people just have unbridled a ton of energy, go, 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 and it's because the love in their heart is full, they're overflowing, and they just got this endless amounts of energy, and you're just like, can I have some of that, right? But I like that for him. So not someone just sits around, they wanna go and do things. Not that they can't sit and cuddle and have a Netflix night, whatever, but I feel like they wanna be doing things, not just wasting my life away. Let's go do some stuff. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Not just to have done something, but because they're very excited about going and doing things. So that's what they have for you, Angelic Rover. Many blessings to you. Right, and then we got Livier Vagara. You were up. Hello, Livier. Oops. Here is your timestamp. Boom, boom, boom. And you want to ask your spirit guides what they want to tell you. All right, let's take a look here. So for Livier, what would you want them to know right now? These? Okay. So you've got 2 and 2. So you got the 8 of Wands and the Heart of Cups. Yeah, they're actually it looks like there's was this a half whale, half antelope? Very interesting. But the 8 of Wands is a lot of messages from spirit, and the Heart of Cups, the Queen of Cups, is very intuitive, very empathic. So I feel like they're acknowledging that you've been getting a lot of messages from spirit, and you've been wondering, "Is that from them? Am I really hearing this correctly? Am I really in tune with my empathic abilities or hearing from spirit?" And they're like, "Yeah, we've been telling you a ton of things." So and there's a ton more that they've been telling you that you didn't pick up on, yet, but they're, like, telling you, yes, that is them, and they are communicating with you on a like, a daily basis a lot throughout the days. So if you kind of focus in on raising your vibration and keeping it at a unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude, that you'll get these clear messages and you'll start seeing a lot more synchronicities too. I like here that they're also assisting you here with the 3 of Swords, which is your heartbreak, your disappointment energy, and the Heart of Swords, the Queen of Swords, helps you balance between your head and your heart. And I feel like some of what they're bringing through for you is reflection on old disappointments, and you might be feeling a little sting of memories of things or something coming across your path that brings up an old memory, and it's like the fear or the disappointment that comes in. It's for you to be able to question that belief, that story you had around that thing. I go, is that really true? You did the best you could with what information you had and the energy that you're around at the time. And you've grown since then. So, it's almost like there's this gentleness and this forgive yourself for how you felt. It's okay. You felt perfectly for what you were going through at the time. You've learned from now, if you had that same experience now, you're not who you were. You're several floors up, right? All the journey and all the reflection you've done, you won't do things the same. So, it's 1, be gentle with yourself, 2, forgive yourself, and 3, what is the new story you would put in if you experience that situation again? You're like, "That's right. This is how I would do it, so I'd be fine." And I feel like that's important for you right now, right? So that's what they have for you, Livier, so many blessings to you. All right, and then we have trivia. You're up 25909. Is 9 important to you? I feel like 9 is an important number for you for some reason. Let's see here. So you wanna know, will Madalena come back from friend zoning you and give you a real chance? Right, we'll take a look here based on current energies, what that is looking like here, all right? And then what can you expect from the date with Chris on Friday? All right, let's take a look here. So, Madalena, I feel like with the movement of pentacles, it's the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving night out of all 4. It feels like, will she come back from that friend zoning? It's gonna take a really, really long time for that to change. And I feel like it's gonna take too long because by the time, she comes back around or thinks about it and wants to act on it, you're gonna be totally head over heels for someone else. And too late, you snooze, you lose kind of energy, right? What can you expect from the date with Chris on Friday? You got the Heart of Cups, the Queen of Cups, a lot of emotional energy coming in here. Feel like you're gonna pick up on a lot of emotional energy. She rules this energy is, ruling over the heart with the king, but they all queens get a second portion. So it's like you got double all this emotional energy. Cancer energy behind this, which is very emotional, very mother, Luna. So a lot of hidden emotions bubble up from the surface. So it feels like it almost feels like you're going to be, whoa, your heart is going to be like uh, surprised. Y- I think a better way to say that is you're going to be surprised by your heart. You're going to be like, what? In fact, there could be with the Queen of Cups because she's so the master of emotion. It's also connected to like kind of past life energy. You might even feel like this, whoa, I'm feeling all these emotions and I shouldn't be feeling like this already. It's because you've got connection from other lifetimes, like past lifetimes that comes in. And there might be like this familiarity with them. You're going to feel this comfort level, this heart connection right away, too. So I like that. I don't know if you're going to have fun with that, but I feel like that's what they have for you right now. So hopefully that helps trivia. Enjoy. Right? Many blessings. Right. And then we have Ravit. You are up 30209. Coming in there. And hello, hello to you. So you're going to a family wedding today after a long time. You really want to feel excited and enjoy the energy of the day. You what's great is you get to choose that if you want, right? So let's take a look here. So you want to know the energies here of what's unfolding here, right? What can spirit let you know? Yeah, you got the wheel of fortune. The tune is for you. So you can trust that whatever's unfolding here at the wedding, that it is for you. And in doing that, you can just go with the flow and have a good time, no expectations. Just know whatever unfolds is for me in some way, somehow. I'm going to trust the universe that it is, and I'm going to go have a good time. And then you do have a good time with that. You have the Spirit of Swords, which is the King of Swords, along with the Naked Heart. I love that. So get out of your head and into your heart. Let go of these expectations of supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be, and that I fear this. What if they do that? What if they don't do this? I'm going to read you the Naked Heart. It's a special card for this deck. It's number 22. It's the Tended Heart Warrior, which is about connection, which is about purpose and higher self. And the Naked Heart says, I radiate at a pure vibrational level, calling in all that I need at this time to stay in alignment with my path. The universe is highlighting my gifts and asking me to trust myself and my intuition. As I listen to what my heart needs, not the mind, but the heart, my natural essence comes forth to be nurtured, and I innately connect with my calling and purpose. Comparing myself to others does not serve me and will only knock me out of my flow. I was given the exact proportion of amazing, otherwise, I would not exist. My path may not always feel easy, but it will feel right. When I shine bright, I'm a spark to someone's light and I inspire others. It's your little Luna moth here at the top. This moth up here, they whisper to you and they say, you are brave and beautiful. Fly out of the darkness and into your light. Because if you don't feel connected to your heart, you can ask yourself, is my ego leading my path instead of my heart? The ego is these fears, right? This supposed to be, this should be. Well, I don't want to disappoint others. And what will people think? What will they say? Who cares, right? They're going to think what they're going to think anyway. Everyone has an opinion. You'll have an opinion of them too, but you don't have to let it impact the joy that you have. You can go in with 0 expectations or close to 0 as you can. Just go, I'm going to have a joyful time. I'm not going to let anyone stop me. I used to tell people, Happy New Year. And if not, it's your own damn fault, right? Because we choose our emotions every moment. No one, nothing in the outside world has to influence my joy unless I want to let it. So you can go in there and have an excited and joyful time. And just anyone, if anyone has a blah, blah, blah moment where they're drinking too much or in a bad mood or whatever, just boo doo boo doo boo boo boo, that's their little adventure they're having. That's okay. It's like if you go, with friends on a vacation somewhere and they are determined to have a bad time and want to stay in the hotel room, let them. I'm gonna go have fun. You can have your little pity party. I'll come check on you because I love you, or I'll text you on my way back. I'm gonna grab some food and see if you want anything, but I'm not gonna let your downtime, um, ruin mine, right? So I like that. So that's what they have for you, Ravit. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have plate of spaghetti. We're at 3:06:29. So here we go. Here's your timestamp. So you want to know, where is this relationship with Will even going at this point? All right. So based on current energies, where is this headed? What can we know about this? Okay, we got that in these two. So we do have, yeah. Yeah. Like I think it's already here, right? 7 of Cups, emotional confusion. A lot of mixed messages around emotions, like a lot of lack of clarity, right? So I feel like that's kind of where it's headed is, you know, one moment you're this emotion and then next you're this emotion. So emotional confusion here. Yeah. And we do have the Lover's card and but the 7 of Pentacles energy. It's an important relationship. 7 of Pentacles, you got 2 sevens here, if that resonates for anything for you too. But the 7 of Pentacles is like the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. It's like it's a long time for it to, you know, ever get to this lover's energy. But there still is obstacles and kind of some conflict with these 2 sevens. 7 of Pentacles, at one point, it's when you start to get the fruit from the interaction, it's like, "Is this really what I want? I thought it was gonna be," you know, "I thought when I planted this tree, it was gonna be an avocado tree because I love guacamole, but these are kumquats, and this isn't quite what I thought it was gonna be, and it tastes very different, and I'm not really sure if I'm a kumquat kind of person. Hmm." And it's like you kinda clarity comes for you where maybe it's not what you really wanted, like, you maybe fell for the possibility of who someone could be and not who they are, which I know I've went through a couple relationships like that. I was like, I totally love them. This one, not so much who they could be eventually, but they weren't headed that direction. That I just saw the possibility. So when we have the clarity, when someone shows us who they are, sometimes we just need to believe it. So I kind of feel like that's what they have for right now, a plate of spaghetti. So hopefully that something to think about, something to, percolate and just see. Yeah, let me see. Sometimes we just have to kind of flow with it and see where things kind of go, right? Yeah. It's funny. I had this vision of a flashback. Where were we? It's like, have you ever had where there's like, what's like a restaurant chain, right? And there's like 2 or 3 different restaurant chains of them in your town or city, right? And you're texting and it's like, "Hey, um, I'm here. And like, "I'm here too." I go, "Where you at?" I got a table already. I go, "I did too. Where you at?" "Well, I'm to the left when you walk in." I go, "Well, no, there's a wall up to the left when you walk in." And I'm like, "Are you at this one on this street?" And they're like, "No, I'm at this one on this street." I go, "No, you remember we said we're gonna meet at this other one because we were gonna go to this thing afterward." "Oh, God, I'll be there." It's like, that's what came in here. He says he's still there for me. You're like, "You're there, but you're not the there where I need you to be. You're at the there where you think you're supposed to be." So I feel like there's a disconnect on what does being there mean, right? That's funny how your spirit guides brought it through. But so hopefully that helps a little bit there, spaghetti. That's what they got for you there. And I think that'd be it, everybody. So I have completed all the free readings and all the donations. If you haven't got into my giveaway, here is the link. Every new moon and full moon, I have a giveaway where I give away a 30-minute personal recorded reading, or one of my energetic hedges. So that tells you how you can get into that drawing on May 1st. Also, around every full moon and new moon, I have a little video I put out about making the most of that new moon energy. Well, or full moon if it's a full moon. This one is for the Aries moon that was last Friday. You can still glean from that energy. So if you want to check that out, it's a very powerful moon energy. Also, I have another video called The Basics of Making the Most of New Moon Energy, where we dive even deeper into how to make new moon wishes powerful, new moon intentions. So if you're interested, you can check that out there. And also, I have a podcast every 2 weeks. This one, last one came out last Saturday. I think I did. I think I sent it out on Saturday. It's called the Empath's Heart Song, which is about, why do we feel, things so big? If you have this, everyone has empathic abilities, but some of us feel them so big. And it talks about why and some reasons how you can find out why and things we can do to help us ride that tsunami of emotional energy instead of being smacked by it. So that's what it is. And the next one's going to be how to grow your empathic abilities. So I'm excited for that one too. So that is what they have for you, my dears. So I'll be back. I'm on Wednesday through Sunday night. So I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, remember every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you guys soon.